Welcome back to Numbers on the Board.
Numbers on the board, yes.
For my people in the States, we hope you had a fantastic Thanksgiving, got some good eats, and you had time to reflect, man. That's really what this is about, family and reflection. How we feeling today is what we thankful for.
What you reflect on?
You know, I think about all of the support that I've got over the last decade of doing content, and I'm extremely thankful because, like, some days you wake up, you check Twitter, and then the DMs are going crazy or the ats are going crazy of people. They don't have to say you nothing.
Yeah.
Hey, Kenny, look at this clip if you missed last night. I did miss last night. Thank you for showing me this random Ben Simmons clip where he did the joint because Bradley Beal smoked the layup. Like, stuff like that, I'm extremely thankful for.
No, it was actually kind of crazy on Thanksgiving, getting the tweets and stuff of people saying how thankful they are for us and how our content essentially just helped them get through their days. It's crazy seeing every time we drop. Luckily, the production team and everything, they get us. They get this video out when y'all on lunch breaks at work.
Yeah.
And y'all be talking about in the comments how this is exactly what y'all needed to get through y'all lunch break. Like, that's actually kind of crazy. When I was on lunch break, I wasn't even looking to listen to content.
Because you was really on the lunch part of lunch break.
Yeah,
He ain't missing no lunch cake.
I was sitting there just listening to music, just like trying to tune out all the BS. But y'all listen to us to tune out the BS.
Yeah,
But
dope.
you still went to something, though.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the same. Look, you kind of giving people the same thing some J. Cole or somebody gave you.
That is true.
That's incredible.
Unfortunately, I'm just not at J. Cole level yet, but one day.
You'll get there one day.
I thought it was big three: Kendrick, Drake, D Mills.
I wasn't a big.
It's
So
big,
is F me.
No, it's Big D and it's video proof.
There is no video proof, but
No, I want to give a big shout out to my boy Bulls fan in tears. He's the one that,
Is that KB
posted
Burnham?
us
It sounds like some meats.
when he got in a car accident. He was playing.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
So shout out to him. He said he good, everything good. It was just a weird.
Shout out to
coincidence.
him.
Get a
man.
dash cam though. Dash cam save you money, bro. For real.
He
for
got a
real.
dash cam.
I know that's
Yeah.
why I came
yeah.
in clutch. But like I see a lot of videos of
I
people
don't have
scamming.
one. I need to
Bro,
get one.
get a dash
oh
cam.
yeah, people who like drive in front of you and then they'll slam on their brakes
Yeah.
and try to get that's terrifying.
Yeah.
Cause like I don't want to get in no accident.
Y'all
with,
got a
like,
dash cam?
Yes, I do.
No,
I don't
I
have
don't, yeah.
one.
Yeah,
I just got the camera that pop up when you back up.
Like every modern car.
Yeah.
I think they made a law that now every car after a certain year has to have them.
They're clutch.
Mike made macaroni for his family.
I did. This was the first year I took that responsibility. And macaroni is a big thing
That's a
when it
big
comes to
responsibility
Thanksgiving.
for sure.
But with a little bit of help, I did really good, honestly. Like,
How much is a little bit of help?
I mean, honestly, really just the recipe. I mean, like I grated up the cheese. I bought everything really.
Oh, you grated the cheese?
Some of the cheese. I use multiple cheeses in mine.
Yeah.
So
That's the wave, man.
Yeah.
Did you wash your hands?
no.
I
ain't
swear
really.
to you, Pierre, the first thing I went to ask him is how many times did you wash your hands?
All the time. I'm just one of the people when I cook, like I gotta make sure everything's kind of like tidy around my area, and then also like I hate when stuff's all over my hands and stuff.
Same.
I hate
I
stuff
hate
on my hands.
hands, man.
I
That's
hate stuff
sensory
on my
part
hands,
is-
and my area got to be tidy too. I was telling,
That's why I always
telling
be
Dana
like,
that.
when Elena be cooking, I be like, "You done with this? You done with this?" Because just put it away so it's not as
Same.
messy.
I clean before I cook so that my area can be good. You feel me? I don't want to be draining the noodles and
They got
dirty
5
dishes.
dishes.
Yeah, hell no, man. Hell no.
Yeah.
I literally was telling Dana that, like, I can't cook in a dirty kitchen
Mhm.
because it's just shit just all in the way. I like to be. But nah, the macaroni, that's what you ballsy. Because when
Yeah.
I walk through the door, that's probably something that's on my high priority list. And if it ain't hidden, it probably can mess up my whole experience.
My sister probably the biggest, like, she's just a picky eater. Like when it comes to stuff, you know how, especially when you're
Why
young.
you do that?
Your shoes copying me today.
Oh, y'all
That's
crazy.
crazy.
You know, especially when you're young, like you really just like your mom cooking or like how your mom makes food or whatever.
When you're young,
you still like that. To
I'm
this
still like that. That's why when I hear stories about people going house to house, I be like, man, I appreciate that for y'all because I'm not doing the shit.
I really just eat what my stepmom and my dad cook for
Oh,
Thanksgiving.
you just riding to
Yeah.
show.
My
Yeah.
my mom had told my sister that I was making a macaroni, and my sister was like, "Nah, I don't trust it. I like your macaroni." But she ended up being like, she really liked it, so that was a good sign that like
If
I
she
did
like
a
it,
good
you
job.
you ate one. Yeah, but nah, yeah, I'm already picky, but just because of the things we just talked about, I don't know. I can't do it, bro. I don't trust everybody.
I seen a lot of people saying that Thanksgiving is a picky eater's just like worst nightmare when going around, and you got to go to your girlfriend's house or your wife's house, whatever. It's like you just gotta say no sometimes because people want you to try. My girl wanted me to try her like broccoli cheese casserole, and it was alright. But like,
that's funny as hell.
That shit.
I just DM'd him about that.
what happened?
As picky of a eater as I am, that shit is immaculate. That's something that
It wasn't bad.
my mom makes special, like specifically for me on those days. Like she made it and sent it home with me, and it looks disgusting though. Like it looks disgusting, but it is very, very good. But yeah, I don't know. People definitely want you to try their food, and I'll try if a person asks me enough. But the only thing I tell people is when I try,
don't be mad at the
you have
results.
to be okay with my response.
Yeah.
If you're not gonna be okay with my response, then I don't want. Dana just made something the other day, and I told her no several times. I tried it. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't for me. And she was like, and I'm like, see, now the next time you ask me to try something, I'm not trying it because that's the reaction you give. So, you know what I mean?
Did you ever get a plate?
Nah,
No.
not that day.
The emails to the group chat saying who's selling plates. And I thought you was joking.
Yeah.
But you was really looking for a plate.
You was
on
really
Thanksgiving.
looking for.
Yeah.
I would have sold you a
wanted
plate.
it, but then later that day after we got putting up the Christmas tree and everything, I was like, I'm going to eat this tomorrow. I don't want it today. So I went to Denny's.
Bro, that's crazy.
You went to Denny's on Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Was it people in there?
Yeah. A lot of people actually.
Yeah. A lot of people. I can see that.
Truck drivers?
No, just normal
families and
neighborhood
stuff.
people. Yeah.
Some people just
Some
don't
families
do
just-
Thanksgiving dinners and they rather go to a restaurant.
Oh, yeah. Or they probably went to somebody's house and their food was weak as hell and they went to Denny's.
What did you get?
A cheeseburger and onion rings. They cheeseburger is actually pretty good.
I used to eat.
They cheeseburgers are good.
When we used to go, like the time he got pulled over, like that's the times I used to get the cheeseburgers. They actually not that bad. They big as hell,
yeah.
but they actually not that bad. But I don't know why I just assumed you was getting breakfast.
I'll never step into a Denny's again in my life.
Never. Never.
I normally don't eat it.
PTSD.
PTSD.
I'm
really.
not stepping
It's
into
just
a
like
Denny's.
the only place that was open on Thanksgiving.
I don't think I'm stepping into an IHOP anymore either. Those restaurants just not there
I
anymore.
kind of miss IHOP.
They're not
There's
there
an
no
IHOP
more.
about where we grew up, and every time I go visit my mom, I look at it. It's not there no more, and I feel sad.
Really?
That was a
I've
decent
never seen IHOP
IHOP too.
go out of business.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the people that had to work on Thanksgiving too.
So
One of my guys, Frosty, I don't know if he ended up
The
working, but
King?
King Frosty, yeah. He was like, he's off on Thursday, but his job said you're on call. So if we call you, you gotta come in.
That's
I'm like, that's
crazy.
just insane.
So did he
And I
have
know
to
he's
go
not
in?
the only one that's like in the situation and just had to work on Thanksgiving. So
yeah, one of my wife's cousins, she is a mortician,
no,
so she's always on call, and just every Christmas she has to leave early because she's got to do a body. That's crazy to me.
Wow.
that's
That's
only
so
one of them.
Yes, because she's living in a small town, so
Oh,
it's like she
no.
really is the town's mortician.
That's crazy.
I think
That's
she made
crazy.
good money though. So leave Christmas, deal with a dead body, and come
Get
back
paid.
to eat dinner.
Get paid though.
Yeah.
right?
Anyway,
But that's also why I don't want you cooking the turkey. Stay your ass away from all the food.
He just all on the dead body, then
Unless
you just
you-
all on the
right.
turkey.
But I be seeing videos. I be seeing videos. Have you ever seen like online TikTok or reel where somebody is making something and they'll like let their dog lick the spoon and go
I
right back
did
to
see
cooking?
that video.
Oh,
a
And it's
video
like,
just like
that's
that.
my point on why. Because to that person, ain't nothing wrong with that. And they're allowed to do that because it's their home, they food,
No.
that's whatever.
Mm-mm.
But I'm not with that. I love Penny, but Penny ain't licking a spoon and is going back into the food. No.
You know what they gonna tell you, right?
What?
That a dog's mouth is cleaner than what's this thing? They say
in
something
a
about,
human's mouth or something like that.
Yeah, that's what they gonna tell you.
I've watched my dog literally eat shit before. He can't come in the kitchen. He can't be in the kitchen, bro.
I was going to say, I've heard that a million times, but I see what Penny does.
Yeah.
Penny
Yeah.
has ate cicadas. Penny
Yeah,
has
hey, that's-
attempted to run up to shit where she probably would have ate, but I had to grab her and let her know, like, that is geese shit. Do not go to that. Penny has, like, taken my boxers while I'm in the shower and ran in the corner and just fucking went to town. She just take socks, dirty socks. Like, she just, so they can miss me with that shit. I don't know what they be doing with their mouth, but my mouth is cleaner than Penny's. I'll tell you that. Anyway.
What y'all thankful for basketball related?
Oh, that's a great question.
I'm thankful for the resurgence of James. Just this year from James Harden. Like, it's a nostalgia year for me. This is like like him back on the Rockets type field. He's not shooting great, but he's still carrying his team and like a lot better than I thought they were going into the season. I thought this team was probably going to be towards the bottom, but they're hanging in there for a team that's missing their best player.
Yeah, that first quarter versus the Wizards was crazy. It was 25 points in the first quarter alone. And I was hoping he got to that 50 piece.
40 something.
I think it was 43.
Very close.
43, I think.
Yeah.
And I wanted to see it. So I like I'm thankful for the NBA Cup, man. Like yesterday we did Thanksgiving at my dad's house and we were standing up watching the Bulls game.
Mhm.
It's November. It's the end of November. These games shouldn't matter in the grand scheme of things. But if the Bulls won that game, baby, we going to Vegas.
Yeah.
So it was just cool to be invested. Now
They also was playing the Celtics.
yeah, and it was a chance.
There
for
was
a
a
little bit.
chance.
And we're watching this, like, really thinking that we could go to Vegas. Like, I was saying, if the Bulls made it, I would have bought a ticket to watch them live. Like, I was that invested. They end up losing. They're out. But for a split moment in time, there was a world where this game mattered for the Bulls. And I'm happy for it because all of these games been cool.
98, I'm thinking y'all pull that out or something. And
Then Peyton Pritchard turned into Steph Curry again. And nothing we could really do about that.
Somebody always turned into Steph Curry or Klay Thompson against y'all.
In
It's
the
just the way
fourth
it work.
quarter.
Yeah, it's the way it works.
In the fourth quarter. I'm thankful for the unpredictability. Happened in the NBA. It's happening in college basketball. UConn got 3 losses already. The Philadelphia 76ers are the second worst team.
They got 3
East.
wins right now.
Yeah, it's just so much. Like the Houston Rockets are one of the top teams out west. What are they? 2 seed still? 3 seed?
2 seed because Warriors can't win right now.
So I'm loving everything that's just kind of been unpredictable. Sometimes we can go into the league and predict a lot of different things, but I love when we kind of are shaking up just a little bit.
Yeah.
It's never going to be too unpredictable. You're going to have a sense of who's going to be really good and whatnot. But yeah, I kind of like when our job throws us curveballs and it's not so like just like a cruise control.
Yeah.
There's some dramatic storylines going on in the NBA right now. The Pelicans, that was like unpredictable that they would have. We know they have injuries, but this many injuries, like this feels like a simulation.
That's a good after you saying, I feel like that's a good segment into Drop the Mic because it kind of deals with some of the injuries we got going on. So I mean, you can finish kind of what you were saying.
I'm done.
So we're all turning on our like co-admin in the league we got going on or the NBA right now. We each get to heal one person and bring them back for the rest of the season just to make the NBA back a little bit more fun.
Mm-hmm.
Who would you pick?
So this person does not get injured for the rest of the year.
Yep.
They're just healthy.
Yep.
Oh.
It's hard
It's
not
hard.
to go Joel Embiid if that's the case.
Yeah. It's either him or Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah.
Mine is
Those
Kawhi.
are like the top 2.
Mine is Kawhi as well. We just talked about Harden.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, if they had Kawhi, I think there's different conversations you might be able to have with them.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how that works with them. Like, how does James Harden adjust to now playing with Kawhi and vice versa? Like, James Harden's on a heater right now, and he's essentially the system as he say he is. When Kawhi's there, obviously that's his team, and he is the guy. How much is James Harden going to defer, and, like, is his game going to change? Like, I'm very interested to see how that happens, how that works. Is Kawhi willing to not have the ball as much to let James Harden rock out and he just play off the ball and do a little less? So they got a gelling period they're going to have to go through when Kawhi does get back.
Tyronn Lue give him 10 games.
I think they'd be cool. I think they'd be good. I think Norman Powell, you're going to have to sit your ass back down until where you used to be offensively. I don't know if you still going to have the same type of opportunities. Still going to be something there because there's no Paul George. But, yeah. What about?
I thought about my oxtail ribs and greens guy,
Chet
Holmgren.
I mean, right now Isaiah Hardenstein, he carried
Isaiah
he doing a
Hardenstein
really
had
good
bad
job.
Fall yesterday,
He
bro.
did, but he got back up and
Nobody had a worse fall than Austin Reeves.
Bro, I was gonna say
Yeah.
Austin Reeves did the
What was
same
that
thing.
yesterday, the day of falling on your ass? Like, both of them just fell on their ass so hard, bro. And I'm just like, damn. I thought Austin Reeves was not going to play again.
Yeah.
Not again, but, like, the rest of that game.
Yeah, that was the end of the career.
Right.
That's
Same
how bad it
though.
was.
Same. Because he fell. Some people fall, but they got some brace.
Yeah.
No. He fell.
And
right
the
on
commentators were
that
saying that
heel,
like
but
they teach you or you're supposed to learn that like when you're falling from in that situation, you're not supposed to use your hands or
'cause you'll
whatever.
break your arm.
wrist.
You break your wrist, but he said you're supposed to just absorb all that contact with your back. And I'm like, that just don't sound good either.
Would you rather have a broken wrist or broken back?
Broken
wrist.
wrist, 100%.
Broken
I
wrist,
broke-
you can recover from that.
I broke my back.
Yeah.
Spinal.
A messed up back, that's something that can linger for the rest of your
Ever.
life.
My back is broken.
But maybe it's just harder to break your back on a fall like that versus your wrist.
Yeah.
Because that's how Avery broke her thumb, just bracing herself after a fall.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, I just know that's happening all the time to people. Skateboarders.
Mike used to fall on his shoulder.
I do got a bad shoulder.
Shoulder
we
big.
used to-
Wait, that was by design? Like you,
No,
I don't know
just
why.
think that was
when-
just how I
when we were
naturally
skateboarding
felt.
and he would fall, he would literally just fall on his shoulder. We would tell him to stop.
What you used to fall? What you used to fall off?
I would brace myself.
Huh.
He did not brace himself.
How much was y'all falling?
Probably
I
fell
don't
a few
remember.
times a day.
Yeah.
If you trying something new, you're going to fall. So
Yeah, I guess that was my question. How advanced did y'all ever get?
not that advanced.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty amateur.
I was better though.
He was.
you're not supposed to
But
let
like
him have that.
substantially better than him.
Oh.
I figured because I used to see you wear big ass DCs.
Yeah.
That's why.
And he had
I
the
had
YouTube
no
channel.
DC.
Don't forget about the YouTube
Did you?
videos.
Oh
I
yeah,
had
yeah,
some-
yeah.
I was like clips. I feel like because I don't think none of them are more than like 30 seconds long.
No.
But
facts.
then he started showing up at the basketball court, and I used to be like, "This skateboard dude, he had the fat ass DCs."
But I was going crazy though at the court.
They was like them big ass black DCs.
I ain't
Big
never
as
had a
heck.
pair of
It was
DCs.
some skate
You know, he
shoe.
played circles. He had circles.
Okay.
He was a circle boy.
So you went from skateboarding to hoops to cross country to football to
I went from
Football was the
skateboarding
full cross country, right?
to football to cross country to basketball. But cross country is I didn't do football, and my dad said I had to do a sport, so that's why I kind of did cross country.
damn. I would have done like ping pong or something. Cross country,
you
like
still got
damn
your
near the
runner's
last
lung?
one.
No,
No.
He smoked every day.
First of all, that was 12 years ago, 13 years ago.
Crazy. What we got today though?
We got a little bit of everything. Mike, let's start with what you had.
I wanted to do something called Budget Ballers. I know people like that's like a popular YouTube thing for like 2K or whatever.
My
But,
team, glory days.
but there's just looking around the league, there's so many like role players, high value players that are just like on crazy contracts. I wanted to look around the league and see who are some of y'all favorite players that are on really nice deals that are outplaying their contracts or just like outplaying their value.
I think the best minimum contract in basketball or near minimum contract in basketball is Ty Jerome right now.
Yes,
He's
he
making
was-
$2 million, and he's one of the best backup point guards in basketball. I mean, and then he starts occasionally for the Cavs, and it's such a good story though because of course he's older than what a lot of people anticipate. He was teammates with DeAndre Hunter at Virginia. They talked about that a lot in the last two games they played against each other. And he had a journey, right? He's on this team. He's on the Warriors. He's on the Jazz, and then he's on one other team.
the
before-
Nets, right?
Was it the Nets? One other team,
I think
regardless.
it was the Nets.
And he got a $14 million contract for 4 years or something along those lines. And he's just been chilling, waiting for his moment. And before the season started, Kenny Atkinson said that Ty Jerome was their most impressive player in training camp. And here he goes, turning that into real basketball minutes and stuff. I like him because he reminds me of Kyle Anderson, where you cannot slow him up whatsoever. He's going to find his way to get to his spots and create for himself and others. And him making $2-something million is kind of insane when you think about his production.
Multiple 20-point games. He's had games where he's literally brought them back in stretches or just gave them that boost. And it's just like,
I was calling him the best 10-man in basketball. Ain't no 10-man no more.
No. A guy for me is also making around $2 million a year. Santi Aldama.
oh, that's a really good one.
Yeah, I feel like Santi Aldama, he doesn't really hurt you as a basketball player. He even has games where he's stretching the floor, he's shooting the three balls well. He gets to the basket, he finishes, he's a good passer, he defends. Santi Aldama kind of does a little bit of everything on the basketball court for you at a great value at $2 million. That's kind of hard to beat.
Not bad.
And then when you ask him to start, he steps in and does that role. He's comfortable coming off the bench. Like, I think those type of guys are so highly touted that like
Is he like a Walmart pay less version of Larry Markkinen? Because he's just like a 7-footer that'll like shoot. I seen him yesterday. He just had a smaller defender on him. He just posted up and turned around and dunked on him.
I've been watching a lot of Grizzlies this last
Yeah.
week or so. And a lot of that's because Ja Morant's back, and it's just
Yeah.
fun to watch Ja Morant. I don't know. They're fun. They're one of the fastest teams of basketball. They're one of the few teams of basketball that's top 10 in offense and defense. And they just have so many plug-and-play guys where it's like,
Yeah.
oh, this guy's out, we cool. Fucking Cam Spencer came into the game today. I've never seen a basketball player that looked less like a basketball player in my life. He checked into the game, he hit a 3. I'm like, oh, there he is.
You
There
see
he
his
is.
brother hoop?
He played for who?
The Warriors. Pat Spencer.
I saw
They
he
look
went viral
just
on Twitter
alike.
because there's like, who the hell is this guy? Because he
They
checked
look-
into a national television
They
game.
look just alike. Listen to this.
I ain't
though.
gonna lie, I didn't put together they were brothers. I can't lie to you.
You brought up Santi Aldama. I came across this yesterday when I was getting ready for the Cap or No Cap Rumors edition, and I'm not used to hearing this type of stuff. But Santi Aldama, Memphis is my home. I feel like we have a very good relationship, and I hope it lasts for many years. When the current season ends, Santi Aldama will be a restricted free agent. The Grizzlies will be able to match any offer he receives to retain him. Amid the uncertainty about his future, he's playing well. He says this: it can be a double-edged sword if you have that extra motivation to do better, but I also think it could lead to falling into a bit of a selfish spiral. He admitted he doesn't have the certainty that he'll be there next year. He wishes he doesn't. He wishes he does, but doesn't hide. He says, Memphis is my home. I feel we have a very good relationship, and I hope it lasts for many years. But basically, Santi Aldama acknowledged the fact that, shit, I make $2 million. I'm trying to get me a bag.
yeah.
I don't know. I love Memphis, but I don't know if I'm going to be here. And I
that's
love
it.
how self-aware it is because look how many people they have on that team.
Yeah. I mean, I just like the fact how real it was about just the extra motivation can kind of take away from or it's either the extra motivation or you just kind of get lost in the sauce, just kind of just doing your normal stuff and you can kind of lose out on that money. But he's been playing so well. I think they're going to probably match it as long as it's respectable. Like, I don't think they're matching no $20 million or something like that, but I think they will match it as long as it's respectable.
Yeah, I like the self-awareness too. Because I think about that all the time. Restricted free agents, it's like, this could be, in a lot of cases, your biggest paycheck of your NBA career.
Yep.
So what can I do to show that the other 29 teams, I could be worth 15 to 20 million? So in a lot of cases, get your numbers. The fact that he can say, like, I don't want it to turn into a selfish spiral is pretty self-aware. And that would make me want to pay him a little bit more if I'm an opposing general manager.
Seem like a team player.
I ain't gonna lie.
And that's really, when you're a restricted free agent, you really just need the numbers because you don't care who offers it.
Because you
Once
want
it's on the
alpha
table,
shit,
I'm
yeah.
leaving with this number.
And it's
'Cause
so
I'm
much worse
accepting or they
now
matching.
because $2 million versus what some of the players are making in the league, like, you're literally at the bottom. Like, there's players making that's not even doing as much, making about 5 times to 6 times as much as you.
No, absolutely. One of the budget ballers I have another one that plays for the Grizzlies, but I won't continue to go there. I go Goga Baratse.
Oh, yeah.
Like
He's
Goga.
making 25 over the 3 years, which is 8.3 per year. And the reason I think he's intriguing is because, number one, obviously we know what he can do on the basketball court. He's doing a lot for them, offensive rebound, and the defense is there. But I just love his preparation over the last 2 years because they have Wendell, because they have Mo, and then they have him. Sometimes even Jonathan Isaac was logging in minutes at the 5. He's always ready to play.
Yep.
The first 7 games of the season, I don't think he played much, or in some games didn't play at all. And then you have an injury to Wendell Carter, and out of nowhere, he goes from not dressing or DNP to jumping right into 25 minutes a night and help them stay afloat. And now what they won 12 of the last 13, 11 of the last 12, whatever. And yeah, I just think that a player like that making that type of money is it's underrated in how we look at it. Because a lot of times you just look at basketball and it's kind of like people in brains are 2K'd out, where it's like, oh, he's not playing no more, so you just jump in. But in reality, to go from not playing at all, being kind of the third string starter, one wrong injury, and just being prepared to jump right into the mix of everything and being able to be an effective, impactful basketball player as a big is extremely impressive
that's
to me.
probably one
so
of the
I want
best-
to give him his credit.
The best attributes you could probably have is just like a role player type of thing, is just to always be ready, that professional thing. Reminds me of like Kevon Looney. His minutes might always fluctuate, but
Yeah.
when he's checking in,
Yeah.
he's going to give you really good minutes. And then even in the playoffs, you could probably start him and he's going to be just as good.
That's a good comp, though, because last year, like Pierre mentioned, Wendell Carter went down. He started 30 games in a row. And then once we got to the middle of January, he was getting 2 minutes, 8 minutes, 12 minutes, 14 minutes. Oh, my God, we need you for 26 minutes. Then he played that 26 minutes.
Yep.
And he was back to 7. And that's just what he has been. And this year, he's been contesting at the rim all the time. He
Yes.
blocked a Zach LaVine dunk. I don't know if y'all saw that. He blocked Zach LaVine's dunk, and it wasn't like a normal two. Zach LaVine tried to get up like he was fucking 2018 version of himself, and Goga met him at the rim, and it was such a good block that Zach LaVine walked behind him and dapped him up.
Yeah.
Like motherfuckers they don't challenge me at the rim like that. Good
I
job.
didn't see it that
Most
way.
bigs would have probably got out of the way.
Yes.
The last Zach Green had a dunk.
And he had another play last night against the Brooklyn Nets where he did something similar. It wasn't no Zach LaVine level athlete, but just meeting people at the rim and just contesting. He might get poked every once in a while, but he's doing a damn good
That
job.
comes with it though.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Wendell's back now. They're starting them together because no Paolo. And it's
Wendell is definitely back.
pretty interesting. I got another guy. He's making around the same amount of money as your guy Gogo Batazzi. And maybe this is just a stretch, but the way Naji Marshall has been hooping.
Bro, I didn't write Naji Marshall down, but
Yeah.
he's been really good.
He's 8.5 this year. He's 3 years, $27 million. And I think he's a good case of like understanding your role and maximizing it because the last couple of years of his career, he's been a defender. He's been a three-point shooter, 3-and-D, the prototypical type of guy where you attempt 5 shots a game and 3 of them are threes. Well, over this last stretch with Luka Doncic being out, he is like getting into the paint. He is creative for himself and floater after floater, sitting in the dunker spot. And he's he's not shooting the 3-point ball well at all, but he still walk away with 20-something points because he's doing what the team needs him to do.
Naji Marshall got to have like one of the quietest, like just green lights or he just be going, honestly.
Yeah.
So over the offseason, I was streaming and we were just watching and looking at different random players and everything. And Naji Marshall came up because I was just going a bunch of random B-ball index stuff and just looking at people numbers and whatnot. And he had like this crazy isolation grade. And so I'm like, hold up, Chad. I know this is going to be very random and weird, but this is how I just do shit. I'm just seeing something. I want to look into it. He was going crazy in isolation. There's going to be people who watch that stream because a lot of times he'll snap and they'll tweet at me like, remember we was watching Naji Marshall isolation touches for 45 minutes, and he have those moments with the Mavs where Naji makes something happen, man. Naji makes something happen. I definitely saw Naji and was thinking about putting him down.
He taking smaller guys to the post. He's just doing a little bit of
Looking like
everything
who?
right now. Who you thinking?
Kyron.
Oh yeah. I thought you
Kyron
meant
looks
another
like
NBA
so
player.
many people.
Yeah.
BJ Washington does that now too. If you put someone smaller on him, he takes their ass to the post too. And he did that against the Nuggets recently when they were playing. And he was taking Jamal Murray straight to the basket.
And won that game doing stuff like that.
Yeah,
He just got to start making his threes.
Yeah.
yeah. Another guy I got is Deuce McBride. I feel like Deuce, for what he does defensively and the way he shoots the 3-ball, and he's only making $4 million a year, he could definitely he's gonna definitely get an uptick in his pay grade next time he's due for a contract. I think the Knicks got him on a great bargain at a free agency probably where there wasn't really a lot of movement. So when he is a free agent again, Deuce's value is gonna be a lot higher than $4 million.
Yeah, he's closing out over Mr. 5 first-round picks.
Yeah, he did do that last night.
As long as we win, shit, he can sit his ass down.
One of the guys that I got, he's around like I think $10 million, but Royce O'Neal for what he does is amazing. I just feel like
Especially for that team.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's just sometimes they try to go small or whatever, and it's just like you could plug him in and he'll guard a 4 or 5 and he'll try to do his best, but like him also shooting over 40% from 3 is just an amazing thing to have, and he's probably one of their consistent players on the Suns and like always in the lineup there for a team that's kind of been like a little bit of hurt and having injury problems. Like he's just a luxury to have for only I think about $10 million.
I got Scotty Pippen Jr.
Yes.
4 years, over $9.6 million. It comes out to 2.4 per. So the Grizzlies, they do it again. This time they actually locked him up though, so they'll have him for the next 4. But the way he's been playing and the way it looks like he's going to be for them at the backup point guard spot, it's kind of like a Tyus Jones replacement. It feels like, and to be able to have that at $2.4 million is super super dope. And again, this is why I think the Grizzlies are going to be a team that's going to have a window for a long time of just potentially doing something because they know how to find diamonds in the rough. We talked about Santi Aldama, Scotty Pippen Jr. We talked about Vince Williams over the last year.
Yeah, Jay Huff to it.
Jay Huff. I mean, we could just go down the line. Like the whole roster is just gym after gym after gym.
Drafted well with Jaylen Wells.
Jaylen Wells is amazing, man.
Jaylen Wells.
I had no idea he was going to be this good this early.
G.G. Jackson last year. I mean, these Brandon Clark that 1 year, they don't miss. They don't miss.
It's kind of, bro.
Desmond Bane.
He just does everything you need him to do perfectly. And he's literally a rookie. with minimum wingspan. I'm gonna point it out every time.
But the credit has to go to Taylor Jenkins for allowing him to be able to play, because
Yes.
a lot of teams
They got a former DPOY coming off the bench right now
are so
because the rookie is so
scared
nice.
to give these guys minutes.
Another super easy one, we already mentioned his name earlier. Peyton Pritchard's making $9 million this year.
Oh yeah, easily.
So
Yeah.
it's insane what he can do. Where he can, somebody made a tweet yesterday that was like, you can have your career night and then Peyton Pritchard to check in for 2 minutes and change the whole
Yep.
dynamic of a game.
see that.
Mhm.
And that's exactly what he did yesterday. It was like THT, 7 for 7 from the field, hitting threes, using that body to get to the paint. Peyton Pritchard scored 16
Also,
points.
Peyton Pritchard is probably one of the best players
fourth.
And Tulsa, like his size, he will go down to that paint and get you a little quick bucket.
I
like,
just love how
yeah.
much of a talker he is. Every time he is going off or making threes, he is talking.
Yeah.
Saying, this is my shit.
He was asked, like, are you surprised at your production this year? He's like, no, this is what I do every single day.
yeah. I'm telling you, that one video I seen of him just shooting around with that
the
kid.
kid.
I'm like, bro, that's just that's how he do. He
He
put the
let
work
us
in.
know what it was when they was winning and competing for championships, and he was saying, I need to go elsewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That told us everything we needed to know about Peyton Pritchard.
I thought for sure he was a guaranteed out. Like he was not gonna be there.
He was on camera. This is not speculation. He was telling people, I need to go hoop. I need to go.
And it wasn't nothing personal with the team either.
Nah, hell no.
was
He said, I just
strictly
got to go
business.
hoop. Another guy, Chris Dunn. Chris Dunn over
Come
the next
on,
3
man.
years is
The
only
real
making
KD.
$16 million.
The real-
Nah,
Talk
let
to
me
me,
stop
Mike.
playing. Let me
5.4
stop playing.
per.
It's weird to mention his name after what he did last night.
Yeah, but at least with that, he had just made a miraculous
Yeah,
rebound.
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
give him that. I'll
Yeah,
give him that. But that did blow me. That pissed me off.
Yeah.
'Cause
It
I
was
wanted-
actually 2 of them. People didn't remember the first turnover that he had.
Which one?
He just threw the ball he just threw the ball away.
Oh, yeah.
There's like 2 minutes left, 2.5 minutes
James
left.
Harden, like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Tried to inbound or throw it to KPJ.
He also was like, 0 for 7 from the field. It wasn't a great game. But like, in my mind, and I'm only going off this year, I don't care about reputation. You can have a legitimate argument that he's the best defensive guard in basketball right now.
Oh, he's amazing.
He's guarding small guards. The game against the Suns, he guarded Kevin Durant for the entire game. Like, he's doing amazing stuff. So I had him on my list too, but it was like, do I mention him? Because it's last night is the only thing people gonna remember. And that was a nationally televised game too.
I think
so
the best thing about him, I feel like, is he just don't make it like he doesn't make it easy for you in terms of like before you even catch the ball, I'm kind of smothered. You're gonna have to make sure you catch the ball right, or I'm probably shipping it. Like everything you do, you have to be careful around him because he's looking to take that
this
ball.
is a good story too. Out of the league for a little bit.
in my Clipper series, he was my favorite player for sure.
Mhm.
I got to just do all of the little things. I love a player to come to work with a hard hat on, ready.
How old do you think he
Yeah.
is?
28.
How old do you think he is, Derek?
Chris Dunn?
Yeah.
26.
He's about to be 31.
Oh shit.
Chris
He'll be-
Dunn was drafted in Jaylen Brown's draft, right? But he was also there for
Who drafted him? Tom Thibodeau?
Yeah, he went to Providence for 3 or 4.
Oh.
So
That's
He's
why
a Tom Thibodeau guy too. It just took him a little while to get there.
Another guy I have is that's on a deal. It's $3 million for Russell Westbrook. I think what Russell Westbrook does for the Denver Nuggets is perfect. He gives them that extra boost, that spark plug type energy. He got off to a rough start, and it seemed like whenever Russ is having a rough start, people like to get on his name and talk about him in a negative way. And then once he get it going, all
it's
those
the easy
people,
way to get
all those
engagement.
people, they go, it turned quiet.
That's
And I think
turned
Russ
quiet.
has turned everybody quiet. He's been hooping. He's been giving the Denver Nuggets everything that they need, whether it's rebounding, playmaking, scoring. He be having crazy explosive explosive scoring games off the bench. When he needed to start when Jamal Murray was hurt, he was doing his thing then when he was starting. So I think Russ has been a perfect acquisition to the Denver Nuggets. this year.
He's so easy for a coach to fall in love with, and I think that's what happened with Michael Malone. And when he's playing well, he's so easy to root for. So I think that Denver Nuggets fans are in love with him as well. I know some fan bases hate him, but you know,
Hey, I ain't booing when he checked in. That wasn't
if
me.
you was there, you would have fell into it
I
too.
got one question.
No, I wasn't.
I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna wait. I got a few guys, and then I'll be done. Lindy Waters over the next 2 years is making 2.9. It's $1 million a year. T.J. McConnell, four years over 44. That's 11.2.
I was just looking at his contract, and I was like, that's one of the best team friendly deals in the league.
Because you know exactly what you're getting with him. You know
Yeah.
exactly what you're getting. Every single game, ready to compete, getting to his spots, defending. And then the last one, right? He obviously got his extension. But Franz is making $7 million right now on what he's doing.
I was hoping that nobody brought like a rookie contract.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
he's doing his thing, and he obviously got his extension.
Yeah.
But when you look at his production and just remember that for just this year, $7 million is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I remember when he got the extension, a lot of people were like, that's a lot of money for Franz. His ass might be underpaid next year the way he hooping at the moment, man. It's been incredible. Even last night was another great game for him. And I mentioned the playmaking jump, but he is making right decisions so fast this year. Where at one point in that game, they were throwing two bodies at him. As soon as he turned his back off the weak side, there was somebody coming in and just swiping at it. He was finding the open man opposite side corner, opposite side wing over and over again. And I think he ended up with like 6 of his assists were on 3-point shots where they doubled him and he just found the open man. And then he generated even more than that. They just didn't hit as many shots.
Yeah.
That's the thing for Franz, because it's like, we talked about them not having a point guard, Jalen Suggs sliding over. Jalen Suggs' ass ain't no point guard right now. It's really Franz Wagner doing what Jason Tatum did in the playoff run last year.
I think we got to get to the point where we start looking at Jalen Suggs in the Marcus Smart type of thing, where probably less of a point guard and more of a defensive-minded 2.
Can do some of the playmaking, but you're not asking him to set up the every possession.
Yeah.
And, yeah, they got 2 great wings that can
From
do that.
last year, though, I mean, it seems like it could work. I mean, once you get Paolo
it's
back,
working.
too.
It's working.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Once you
one of
get
the best
Paolo
teams
back,
out
too, you
east.
literally got 2 people that can make – I mean, they could just make stuff happen on the offensive end. And if, with them, like, being able to work out of double teams and just being able to see over the help, and you got 2 of them, you kind of just like one of them's going to have a mismatch because they both about 6'9", 6'10". So you're going to have to double them.
I think the most surprising thing of it all is that during this stretch, they have the 9th ranked offense in the league.
And Franz is the
No
engine of it.
Paolo Banchero,
Yeah.
just 9th ranked offense. It's amazing.
Remember I told you last year? I mean, in the offseason that they probably can have a top 15 offense.
But that 3-ball falling for Franz, too.
Yeah.
I don't know if their offense is top 15.
It's 22 on the year,
Oh,
but
yeah,
it's trending upward.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
trending upward.
And also, Paulo missed a lot of times, so.
It would be the first time since like 2003 or something crazy. Like, I'm sorry, 2008. What am I doing? 2008. 2008 when they went to the finals. It would be the first time they've had a top 15 offense since that long. Almost 20 fucking years of basketball.
KCP
Damn.
making
Isn't that
shots
crazy?
again,
Yeah,
too.
KCP is hitting his
Yeah.
shots now.
Once he started making shots.
Anthony Black cornrowed his hair.
Yeah, he did. He got into it with Ben Simmons.
Yeah, Ben Simmons is kind of talking this year. I like it.
He been playing better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was going to make a little video about Ben, but he had a
14, 9,
stinker.
and 8 one night. He said, you know what? I'm going to start talking shit.
He was smiling. Like,
Yeah,
genuinely
he did
smiling.
say
He threw
that.
it like not a full court, like a half court bounce pass on a fast break to somebody, and they cut to Ben Simmons. He was like, smile. I'm like,
Saw what
he
Bill
found his
brought
joy
to
back.
the last hoop session.
Yeah. I did.
That was kind of crazy.
At first, when I was looking at it, I was like, this Blake Griffin. And then I seen that 25. I said, oh, shit.
When you had said that, I didn't know who you was talking about. I thought you was talking about him. I thought he, because we was in the Discord. You weren't, I don't know. I hadn't heard you yet. Mike was like, damn, his ass got Blake Griffin ass build or something like that. And
He
I
was
thought,
talking about me.
oh, he was talking about you?
But he
Yeah.
said, that's what he's saying. He thought it was Blake
Oh,
until he
yeah.
saw 2-5.
Okay.
The next thing I wanted to transition to before we get to our break is I asked y'all to bring 2 to 3 players, coaches, teams that you just want more from.
Mhm.
You know, a nice way of saying you've been disappointed. But we just did a nice segment where we gave budget ballers, guys playing out of their contract. When you just looking around, it got to be nothing crazy. But because one of your tweets inspired this. It was the Jimmy Butler one, where you was watching some particular game and you texted us.
Against the Hornets, he had 0.0 shot attempts at halftime. Oh, no, he had 1 shot attempt at halftime.
And you just felt like he didn't want to be there. You kind of
He didn't even look at the basket for
from him.
3 quarters. It was crazy. And then
So-
last night he had a great game. But my first one, and he's taken a huge step defensively, but Keegan Murray.
He's on this list.
What happened to Keegan Murray's
My
jumper, man?
goodness, man.
He was a 40% three-point shooter. And then it dropped to mid-30s. That's cool. We know him as a 40. He's 28% right now.
Yes, bro.
And I don't know if he scored last night. If he did, it had to be a free throw. I'm watching that game like, where the hell is he at?
Yeah.
And I can't explain it. I literally can't explain it. I think he's getting the same attempts that he was getting previous years. They're just not falling. And it's another guy on his list that's similar to this, where like the defense is enough. Of course, you continue to play him, but it's offensively is really rough for him right now.
Who you
And
talking about?
I don't want to spoil the list because I'm sure he's here for somebody.
Okay.
But it's another great defensive player that can't hit a shot.
I'll go to my next guy, Jaden McDaniels.
Jaden McDaniels.
That's exactly. And I feel Jaden and also Dante's got to hit some more shots too.
That's my list.
How about the Minnesota Timberwolves at home? Put them all on the list.
Jaden McDaniels, Dante, and Keegan was my 3 on this little piece of paper.
But
the Keegan Murray thing is like, I agree. Keegan Murray is never going to be a god-awful all-around basketball player to where he's not playing, but one of the biggest things about him was the shot making, especially when he's next to De'Aaron Fox and Sabonis. And that was a bright spot for them. Like, having Keegan Murray on a rookie contract and different things like that. And I've definitely been disappointed because he's a guy that just kept getting better and better and better when you look from his Iowa days and then his rookie year, sophomore year. And he gives them a different look when he's able to make his three-point shots in mid-range. He's just, the shot just not falling. And then for Jaden McDaniels, it's the same thing, man. They pay a lot of money to Jaden McDaniels, and they're going to need something from him offensively. It's just not there at all right now. And I'm a guy that kept coming in here every single year feeling like a jump is coming. I just want him to be able to make the three-point shot now. Now it's like, okay, I'm abandoning the jump of offensively, but you got to give them something, Jaden. You have to be able to give them something
way better
on
than
offense, man.
Not even 30% from 3, which is like, first of all, you already knew something was going to be a little weird with the spacing since Kat was gone. And he was a big part of that with Rudy, but like for him and Dante not to be shooting well, and then it's just like we already know Rudy going to be down low, so it's already going to be clunky. The offense don't really look that pretty either. Like it feels like they're a team that just got together and they're still trying to figure their way. So not being able to shoot the ball well is also just not good for them.
Yeah, they got their own stuff going on over there.
Another guy we kind of breezed by was Mikal Bridges. He's a guy that they traded all those boatload of picks. He's getting paid over $20-some million. And I just feel like we haven't really seen Mikal be his full form ever since he left Phoenix. Obviously, he's not a number one option. We got a little taste of that when he was in Brooklyn. We saw that really wasn't who he is. I thought personally him going to New York would have got him back in that mold to when he was in Phoenix, where he doesn't have a huge offensive responsibility because he's playing with Kat and Jalen Brunson, and that he would still be able to get you that good shooting that he gave you in Phoenix, and then the elite level defense, and then all of the other stuff that he probably learned just from being a number one option in Brooklyn. That really hasn't really translated well for New York, and especially when you don't see him closing out games with Deuce McBride coming in. That's just not a good look.
It's not even just that the shot is not falling. Defensively, he don't even look half of what he was.
Yeah, all defensive Mikal.
You put OG
he was
on him.
all not just all defensive. He was like third in DPOY like 2 years ago.
Yeah,
and now like in my mind with Tom Thibodeau, he's not benching an elite level defensive player regardless of what their shot is doing. So the fact that Thibodeau felt like Deuce McBride was the better option, and that we talking 1 game out of 20. Let's not act like this happened all the time, but just lets me know that things ain't going well. And when I watched that game, I thought his screen navigation, like just trying to get around these screens, is not. He was one of the best. Like we talked about screen navigation. It was Drew Holiday. It was Mikal Bridges. It was Alex Caruso. Mikal Bridges is not in that conversation anymore. And I was looking for the quote because I remember reading it like 2 to 3 days ago. And he was basically talking about, and I wish I could give it to a verbatim, where when your shot is falling, it's a lot easier to lock in defensively. It's basically the gist of it. So I think he will get better as his shot gets better, but I hate that those two things have to be contingent. But that's human nature, right? You play harder when you're winning. You play harder when you're playing well.
But the thing is, in Phoenix, I felt like we never had to question whether he was defending or not.
Mm-hmm.
He always defended. It was never a question. Even if his shot wasn't falling, we knew for sure the opposing guard coming in there, they was going to be in Mikal jail, as they were saying on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
That's just not something we're seeing in New York.
Well, KB just said, he said something about his offense.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, in Phoenix, even if his shot wasn't falling, he was still.
That's probably just what you felt. I feel like it's different now because the 5 picks are attached to him. The microscope is a little bit bigger. He's making a little bit more money, well, a lot bit more money than his early days in Phoenix. It's just the microscope is on him a lot bigger. I definitely don't feel like many people was watching him as much in Phoenix as they will be now in New York. It's just the New York Knicks. You know what I mean? It's just like when you go to the Lakers. Everything is kind of under more of a microscope. Not saying that people didn't know who Mikal Bridges was in Phoenix because obviously they went to the finals. But to me, it's the defense. I made the video weeks ago. The New York Knicks, the defense it worries me. Knicks fans have been talking about it since the start of the season. Mikal Bridges' screen navigation has been shit all year. He dies on screens. That's just the main thing. He dies on screens.
And you're playing with Kat.
And Carlton Towns is playing drop coverage. So if you can continue those two things, as good as we are offensively, and I'm happy and pleased, but I look at that and I know our biggest thing is going to be the playoffs. And when I look at the Eastern Conference of teams we will have to match up with to get to a certain point where we want to go to, they're going to pick that apart, man. You go against Trae Young in the first fucking round, and Mikal is dying on screens, and Karl-Anthony Towns is playing drop coverage. Trae Young could go off for a series-changing stretch. Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell will eat that alive like we already seen them do. The Boston Celtics, they ate that alive because they walked right into three-point shot after three-point shot. Who else is the Eastern Conference team? The Magic.
Yes.
Luckily, they don't have the
shooters.
the shooters or the crazy guard play, but they
LaMelo
have
Ball
guys.
sneaking there.
LaMelo
Ball sneaking
Luckily,
there.
they on a skid. They kind of out of the picture now. I used to look at them as a sneaky team.
But they could definitely go on another little run.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
They can. They just got to get a little bit
about,
healthy.
The play-in teams, and they kind of. I hope so because they excite me. But
the
they
game against the
definitely
Knicks,
skid a little bit.
well, the
The
game
Bucks.
against the Knicks was close as hell for them to have all those injuries and stuff
no
like
LaMelo,
that. So.
Trey Man, no.
Both of the bigs.
I look at a lot of
Miles
stuff in the
Bridges, Grant
NBA.
Williams.
Differently too after I heard, like, I think we were just having a conversation about the Spurs. They were like, the reason Vic is taking so many threes is just because, like, that's what we want to progress on this team.
Oh, okay.
Just taking steps and, like, just kind of getting reps so you're prepared down the road, or maybe a year or two down the road. Like, that's really just a part of his game. And I thought that game against the Knicks was a good, just like another rep for Brandon Miller as like a damn near #1 option, because like he had OG on him. And he was struggling, but it's just like the more you get to experience that, it's just like, now I've been here before, you know?
That was one of them catastrophic games if the Knicks lost, man. The end of that half for Mikal to turn that ball over to Josh Green and Josh Green to do that floater.
That we almost lost.
Yes. I said if they would have lost.
Okay.
And then Josh Green hit the shot at the end of the game.
Yep.
Crazy.
If that ball
had to
don't
be-
twirl it around,
That's the first. That has to be the first time ever.
that it took 4 seconds for a shot to go in.
What about the
Yeah.
Kawhi one?
I guess that's
Oh,
true.
yeah, that's true.
True. But yeah.
But Josh Green literally just needed that to go in,
Yeah.
and that shit toilet ball.
I felt the same way against, not against, but that they didn't foul Rudy.
Oh.
Who airballed the
Yeah, I forgot.
Somebody
Yeah, they
shot
kicked
the
it out.
shot. He got the offensive rebound. They didn't rebound, and the time went out. I'm like, that was a Clippers Timberwolves game. I'm like, bro,
So we just
foul.
having
Don't
That
say
was
nothing
after the
about
Chris Dunn
time
turnover.
going out. You're going to
It
have
was.
some PTSD come up.
Say
there.
what, Brody?
Don't say
PTSD
nothing about
about
time
time.
running out. You know,
Chicago
Chicagoland
Bears.
got PTSD from
Oh,
what
man,
happened.
Well, luckily they took care of that problem immediately.
Those losses with the Bears, those losses with the Bears be
No, for
tough.
real, though.
But like,
It was such a weird spot for me because I'm watching it at my wife's family's house. Nobody there likes sports. I walk in, I say, "Can I put the game on?" They say, "Yeah, go ahead, do your thing."
they need to get their shit together.
I know, right? They're anyway. And I'm standing up watching this game, bro. But I'm like, I'm watching this like nobody else is in this room with me. And Caleb takes a sack. What the fuck? All right. I'm chilling though. I'm upset about it because it puts us further out of field goal range. But I'm looking at the bottom of the screen. It says CHI, and it still got one thing lit up. We still got a timeout, baby.
Yes.
We good. Like, yes, this is not the most optimal thing, but we still have a timeout. And when Caleb is coming to the line of scrimmage and it's ticking, I'm like, what the fuck is Flus doing? Like, of course, Caleb deserves some blame. He even talked about, took some accountability. But you are the head coach of this team. And not only that, he go to his post and say, I thought we did everything we were supposed to. He should have got fired on the fucking spot for that. Are you kidding? We did everything?
It's crazy you was standing up. The way that was going, I was sitting down.
Yeah.
I had Penny. I'm like, oh, the Bears gonna win
We
this
gonna
game.
do
It's
something,
cra-
right?
It's crazy. I'm just like not even locked in because this looked like they about to win. You know, just at the least it's going OT.
Yeah, that's
So at the least it's going OT. I'm like, okay.
well. At least get a field goal attempt.
Yeah, well, we know how them field goal attempts go in
But at-
Chicago right now.
At the time, my brain is that it looked like they're gonna be able to get through.
Yeah.
And then that happened, and I like got up like, wait, what just happened?
Yeah.
I know I ain't tripping. Like that, I thought I saw a timeout, but they didn't. Okay, and so I rewinded, and I'm like, oh my goodness, bro,
It was
that throw had no chance of being.
So it's a block field goal against
Hail Mary.
Green Bay. It's the Hail Mary. And then it's last week where they do that comeback. We had a block kick in that one as well.
Yes.
So we got 4 games this year where like the odds of it happening were so damn low, which means that next year we're winning the Super Bowl.
Hey, that's a good outlook on it.
Thank you.
Yeah, Eberflus should have been gone. Because even a Titans game, We only win that game.
They said he's
because
never won a road game on a Sunday. He's been there for 4
only
years.
on Monday and Thursday.
Yes, yeah. He's never
Right,
won a
because
road
that
game.
Thursday game, the DJ Moore went crazy last year against the Redskins. I mean,
And they say he's
the
2-19 in one possession
the
game.
Commanders.
How is that possible?
Keenan Allen
Damn.
got 22 20-point weeks
Fantasy
on
games?
my bench, by the way, so he might have to be in that starting lineup next week.
Yeah, he's gonna be ass.
He's definitely turned into one of Caleb's favorite targets.
Yeah,
Especially when you're talking about in the red
in
zone.
the red zone.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
2 TDs.
Yeah. Anyway, that's the football corner. Go
Mm-hmm.
Bears. We'll be back. We'll be back. We're gonna have a top 7 pick this year. We're gonna draft the O lineman, whoever that may be.
Hey man,
We'll be all right.
we so good.
You'll be all right.
People be wanting us to be stressed.
Can we
The
stop the
Bears-
Caleb and Justin Fields conversation?
The Bears was
I
not
don't
winning.
even know how it's still a
a
conversation. My
Super
dad
Bowl
has
this year.
got rid of that conversation finally.
My dad too.
It took a while.
He
but
don't even mention
he
Justin
finally-
Fields no more. But in week 3,
Yeah.
Caleb is breaking rookie records.
Yes.
who still talk? What made you say that?
You still see it on Twitter, and I still see it at least a
Well,
little bit.
that never,
Some people was
probably
always,
never dying on Twitter.
I like to see. I don't see the Justin Fields thing anymore, but I do see the rookie class quarterback rankings every single week.
Yes.
Because it's some hitters here. Like Bo Nix has been playing
Yeah,
pretty
Drake
damn
May,
good.
Bo
Very good.
Nix,
Drake May's been good.
Jaden McDaniels. I mean,
Jaden.
Jaden.
Jaden McDaniels.
Jaden
Jaden
Daniels.
Daniels. So, you know,
It is hard not to call him Jaden.
Jaden
McDaniels.
McDaniels,
Right,
yeah,
yeah.
it's hard.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Is there any more names of players that need to step their stuff up?
Terry Rozier.
Okay.
He's a guy for
Oh,
me.
yeah.
I've seen so many people in Heat Nation putting him in trades as we speak. Like, it's
Yeah,
happening.
I just don't think it's worked out. I just don't think the fit is there. Especially when you're talking about a team that needs offense.
Yeah.
He's not. That's literally what they traded him for.
What was the
And he's having.
He's got some real. I think he's averaging like 13 points.
Yeah,
on
he's
the
averaging
season.
12 points ever since he started. Like, I'm not gonna. This is a career low for him, but I'm not counting his first 3 years. Well, 4 years actually.
Why?
Because those. He was like coming up.
Was
the
he
bench
on
and shit.
with
Then
Boston?
he has
He's-
this
that
jump
was-
where he goes from 9 to 18, and then he goes to 20, 19, 21, 19, 23. Then last year with Miami, he was averaging 16 after the trade, but now he's averaging 12 points a game. So like ever since he became Terry Rozier in 2019, 2020.
It's so hard for me to keep up with the shit you say right there.
Why?
What are you saying? What are you saying?
I'm saying ever since he like popped off in 2019, 2020, this is essentially a career low.
Okay.
in the trade was Kyle Lowry in the first for him. 2017 first, 2027 first. I don't know what the protections
But now
are.
it's hard for me to keep up with Joey.
I had put that trade in a trade package, and when we did that, I tweeted that thing about how to get
I'm so lost right
Patrick
now.
Williams.
Oh yeah.
I had put that draft pick in a trade package, and people was like, "Why would we give that up?" And I was like, "It's the Heat pick.
I don't know the way they.
A first round pick is a first round pick, man.
It is."
We might get you a Jeremy McCain.
I would love to be trying to hassle with D Mills as the GM. I might get a couple picks.
I'm gonna argue.
Tom, it's just the first round.
It's a YouTube video that's called "Don't Let D Mills Be Your GM,"
True.
and it's really like a 15-minute video of Derek drawing up trades.
And I really think he dodged the bullet because I thought they was gonna eat you alive about Pelly Larson. They went at you a little bit, but they let you because that was just for Kyle Kuzma. My point.
That's one of the guys.
For Kyle Kuzma.
Kuzma
And that-
stinks, bro.
Bro, that's
Kyle
he's on my
Kuzma.
list. He's like another guy that just like career low in stats for like when he from what you would think that.
Oh,
like,
now
he
you're
could-
doing the same thing.
Yeah,
It's
since
a
he made
career
you to-
low since the
Yeah,
3rd of January of
Since he made
It's
you
2019.
not a
started-
career low.
Yeah, it's
if you
okay to
have-
say that he just is playing bad.
No, this
But
is
I'm
his
saying,
every stat he has is across.
outside
is
his
down.
first 7 years of attempting 10 plus shots since he turned 22. It's a career low.
This is a career low for him, honestly.
It can't be a career low.
Look at his stats and say they're not a career low.
Okay.
So
I'm
his
looking.
rookie year, he was at.
Well, he had an amazing rookie year too, by the way.
But it was still.
He was like 17 points, I think.
Was it?
I think so.
17?
He averaged
No,
16
this is not
rookie
his
year.
career low year.
He had 2 years with the Lakers where he averaged 12.
Yes.
Was that was him
What
coming
about
off the
rookie
bench?
year?
He averaged 16. He was
Shit.
fourth in rookie
Yeah,
year.
you remember his rookie
Jason
season? It was
Tatum.
Jason Tatum versus Kuzma.
You're right. You're right. What year was the one where they was like, what the hell? Was that the second year? One of those years, Kyle
The second
Kuzma
year, he had
dropped.
8. Second year, he averaged almost 20.
One,
It was a year after that.
Third
Third
year after that, we averaged 12.
12,
And
yeah.
then the next year, he averaged 12 again.
But
One
the
of those-
12 point per year is the championship year.
the second 12 point per year.
so, yeah,
Yes.
there was his points
But there was some
dropped
more
because they had
context to
Anthony
it. But
Edwards
regardless,
and
even just
LeBron.
compared to last year, this
Anthony
is
Davis
a
and LeBron.
terrible year for him.
For sure.
I mean, even looking at just like the the assist numbers. He's not a great
Oh
playmaker.
my goodness, for sure.
He's not a great
He took
playmaker by
steps
any
the
way.
previous couple
But he
years.
took steps last year, and it's just like now you have a little bit more on this team, and it's just like I don't really know what he's doing anymore.
I just
He went
think
from a 4 assist guy to
To one.
1.9.
How
But
many
it's crazy.
turnovers he averaged?
2.4.
Anytime you average more turnovers than assists, I have a problem with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, what
As
is he
an
shooting from
NBA
the
Even
field?
if it's a 1-on-1 ratio, you got to have at least a 2-to-1.
What are you shooting from 3?
From 3 is 27%.
See, for years we sat up on these couches and talked about potential destinations for contending teams that could use him. He might be a wizard for a minute because if you can't make the 3-point shots, if you can't have outburst scoring nights for the Wizards, why the hell would any of these teams want you? He got traded in my sim because he plays good in the sim, but in real life, I don't know, man. I'm not trading for Kyle Kuzma like I would have
Last year was
or that first year with the Wizards.
that's kind of how I felt about Jimmy in a way, because like if I'm a team and I'm looking to compete at a high level, I don't know what version of Jimmy I'm getting this year because he hasn't really looked that good. So like,
At
is
least
he
he's
really
had
that,
some 30 and 10 games.
is he really an intriguing
Has
piece for
Kuzma
me to
did
bring
that?
in to my team for that price?
Depends on what team you is, because he
Yeah.
also is on the last year of that deal, or a
He
player
is.
option that he probably declined to go into the market. Kuzma don't have that. You're gonna have Kuzma for some years, probably 2 years, I think.
All right, we got to take a break, y'all. When we come back, we're going to do cap or no cap with some NBA rumors.
Why should you bet with Caesars Sportsbook? 2 words, Caesars Rewards. Every bet brings you closer to the type of benefits only Caesars can offer. Hotel stays, VIP experiences, sports and concert tickets, and more. It's not just an app, it's an empire.
They saying this is the best rookie Laker season since Kyle Kuzma with Dalton Connect.
it definitely felt like it. I mean, the last couple of years, it felt like we always would get like a rookie, but he really just wouldn't get as many minutes or anything like that. But I mean, when he starts, he has his stats prove that like he should be starting.
Yeah, I like that year that y'all got Kuzma. That's Zoe, Kuzma, and Zubac,
It's a good draft.
Kuzma
or
was
Thomas
insane.
Bryant, or something like that. Y'all had one of those bigs that was. Wait,
The Jason Tatum versus Kuzma conversation
was real.
That was
so
real.
That was real.
That was real,
That was
And
really real.
and it couldn't
you
be
remember what
far.
side you was on?
I was probably on Jason Tatum, honestly.
No, you can't have
He
that
said
guy
I
on
was
your
probably
team. Yeah,
on
he
Jason
was on
Tatum.
your
You
team.
probably was on Kyle Kuzma.
He was on your team.
I don't remember.
He
It
also
was
was
so
4
long
years
ago.
older than Jason Tatum too.
He
So,
was.
But you know what I'm gonna say to that, Mike.
What?
So
Well, Jason Tatum was 19 for like 4 years in a row.
he might still be.
he was 19 when he had Deuce.
I think he was
Yeah.
7 when he had Deuce.
Damn.
Deuce has my height right now.
Yeah, Deuce would definitely dunk on you on this round right here. Cap or no cap, rumor edition. Bulls will trade 2 out of the 3. Apparently, they have Zach, Zoe, and Vooch on a table trying to trade them. Apparently, the whole roster is open for trading, but those are like the highlighted guys. And says right now, Jake Fisher is saying that Vucevic asking price is like 2 second-round picks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it makes sense. Bulls fans were like, no, we're getting the first for him. The reality is he's a guy that is a bad defender and on an extremely hot streak.
Mhm.
The only people that would trade for him right now
Desperation.
is the Chicago Bulls. Because that's what we did when we traded for him last time he
Yeah.
had a career year. So it make nobody's like drinking the Kool-Aid and saying this 40% three-point shooter, because he was the worst three-point shooter in all the league last year. I think people will be interested, but I think in our mind, because he's having such a great year, Bulls fans want to see more capital for him. I just don't think that's very realistic.
Yeah, but I will say no cap to it. I do think Zoe and Vooch will probably be dealt. I don't think Zach LaVine will probably be dealt just because of the size of the contract. And then I don't feel like a lower tier team is going to trade for him. It's going to be one of those higher seed teams, and then they got to look at that and say, well, we got to give up 4 to 3 role players unless we have a Andrew Wiggins type contract, which I don't think the Warriors are trading for Zach LaVine either.
Yeah.
That's the only team that really probably has the contract flexibility to trade for him without having to give up a shit ton of players. So I think when you're talking about 2 seconds for Vooch, I think that's good value if you can come out of there with that. And then Lonzo, I think if you could somehow find a team that's interested in him and get maybe some expiring deals back and just open up some cap space,
Yeah.
I'm with it.
How
Is
did
he
y'all
still
feel
on
about
his-
what Zach said to that fan?
I
Oh,
love Zach LaVine, man.
yeah,
I would love for him to be here for a long time. It's just unrealistic.
yeah, he said he loves Chicago.
He's our all-time leading three-point shooter now. He hit
It's
it
so
last
weird
night.
always hearing that because it'd be like just the most current players you could think like.
Yeah, I'd be
Who
like,
did he break?
I have no clue.
It was Kirk, captain.
I was gonna say,
But you know who's third? Kobe White.
yeah.
Kobe White's gonna break that record.
I
if he's
remember when
here
it was
for
like
2
Will
more
Barton
years.
all-time three-point.
the
Will
Nuggets.
Barton all-time
Yeah, that was
three-point makes for the
crazy.
Nuggets. I'm like, what?
Warriors, Pistons not likely to be interested in Zach LaVine trade.
Yeah, I think Zach LaVine's probably, if he will get traded, probably be off-season because it's one less year on the deal. The Vucevic one makes sense, especially if it's 2 seconds. I think the Lakers would be interested. I think there might be a few different even the Warriors might be
the
interested if it's
Pelicans
2
are a team that
seconds.
might be interested.
Pelicans. Lonzo makes sense.
Would the Pelicans be interested?
Well, they kind of stink, huh?
They need a center.
And Yves Messi is nice though.
They
Yeah,
do,
he
but they need a center.
They might be willing to just take it.
I saw some fans drawing up Lonzo Ball trades. He's a really good player when he plays. Obviously, he's going through a lot. He had the knee and then he had the wrist, and I kind of like his fit on majority of good teams. That's just the way he is.
He's a connector.
He told Io, he said, Io threw that child.
But yeah, I'm gonna say no cap, and y'all said a lot of the good things, but just honestly, I just want to see more change on the Chicago Bulls team. They kind of been riding the same rodeo for a long time now, and it's just over with. You know, I mean, like you've been in the same spot for the last couple of years now.
Derek, do you think anybody on the team should be not untouchable? Is such a strong word, but is there anybody that you're like, nah, he should be on this team next year?
Kobe White. Io could stay as well.
Why?
Modest Buzel is obviously not giving up him on a rookie deal. That's pretty much it.
I'm gonna add Patrick Williams there
I was gonna say
because
no
his
Patrick.
value is so fucking low that it would be stupid to trade him right now, and he's not helping us win either way.
Yeah.
So right now, I would just keep Patrick Williams and see if he can play his value up. If you will trade him,
He goes all pulls a Larry Marketing. He just all-star in a few years.
At that point,
that's
I wouldn't
way unlikely.
At that point, I
Less
wouldn't even
unlikely.
care. I'd be like, congrats, bro. I would.
That'd be funny.
Because you would have stayed here and wasted our time.
But I think we're gonna look dramatically different by February, and I think we might even have a new coach next season.
Nets actually move on from Cam Thomas to avoid paying him.
No
Cap
cap.
or no cap?
No cap. I think they are just like a lot of us watching Cam Thomas. We're trying to figure out what's his true value. Obviously, he can hoop, but like at what price? What am I actually going to give him? And I feel like with them going into free agency next year with all this cap space and they want to bring in a star and everything, you're going to have to pay Cam Thomas, and obviously that's going to take away from your salary cap for next year. So I feel like they also probably feel like we're going to let another team initiate and figure out what your true value is and then have them pay you versus it being us.
I'm gonna say Cap, man. I think that they keep Cam around to see what that market really is, because I think worst case scenario,
Somebody give him something.
and they just match the offer sheet. Like this year, we do have a decent amount of bad teams with salary cap. So like you could see one of the bad teams be like, oh, it's a 24-year-old guy could have scored 25 points per game. Yeah, we'll throw him 30. Does 30 make sense?
Yeah.
Shit.
I mean, Jalen Green got about 30, even though his contract is constructed very weird. I think it's more likely that like the other Cam and then DFS and then Schroeder, and I think it's more likely that Claxton might be available. I wouldn't be surprised, but I would be surprised. I would be surprised if Cam Thomas gets traded by February.
Me too. I think it's a circumstance. The contract for what you're going to want back is going to be extremely hard to match.
He just turned 23. I said 24. He's just turned 23.
He's really good, but he is a guy that teams who are trading for him would have to figure out exactly what they get in and exactly the role that they're going to put him in. And I think all of that makes it extremely complicated. And then I think the NBA is smart too. So if you don't know what to pay him or you're having a hard time to understand his value, I think the NBA is going to feel the same way. And because of that, you may could get a bargain deal in an open market to where you don't have to pay him $30 million. So I don't really think he's going to get traded either. It's just too difficult. The teams that could really use him, how do they get him?
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's how I feel too.
Yeah.
Luckily, I mean, if you were to get him now, I mean, he's on a very cheap contract, so he is on a very easily tradable contract. So
Not if you want something back of significance.
yeah, I guess essentially, do you want draft picks? Like they are a team that's bad. That's pretty much it. Like I was trying to do trades for the Bucks, and it's like y'all can't do shit.
They really don't.
Like
got
you
a lot.
literally can't do anything. I
On
was
my
trying to even
2K
get them just
series-
Dorian Finney-Smith. I mean, not Dorian Finney-Smith, Dennis Schroeder, and I was like,
Mhm.
don't work.
In my 2K series, I sent them to the Magic
Cam Thomas?
with Dorian Finney-Smith. But again, that's my world. So in
Yeah.
that world, Franz isn't doing the things he's doing and whatnot. So it made a lot more sense. But in real life, you have to ask yourself, if you're Orlando, do you really have to do all of that?
Yeah, I
Probably
think
not.
Cam Thomas is a starter and shooting guard in the league.
With the Nets, yeah.
Yes. Do I feel comfortable saying he will be a starting shooting guard on a team that's trying to win a championship? I probably would go no.
I would say the same thing, and that's why I would say no cap that they try to move on for him just because it's such a big question mark. But again, y'all do make some big good points.
I think that we know that they are. They kind of that came out, but we
Mhm.
saying, do you think it's going to happen?
I think, yeah, just because I feel like in terms of financially, he's probably one of the biggest question marks in the league. And maybe you can use that to some leverage, but I think teams would probably just kind of like see if they can get something for him versus kind of trying to like pigeonhole themselves. Because if he was your like undoubtedly top player, I think it would be like, okay, let's do it. But since we don't know where he would be at in like a playoff to championship team, I think that's what kind of raises the questions like, do we really want to pay him this much, even though he might be worth it?
They actually have like the upper hand in all this. So I'm looking at teams projected to have cap space next season. So it's them at $75 million open. It's the Washington Wizards, who I don't think they're attaching their name to Cam Thomas if he's available. The Pelicans somehow will have $30 million. I think this is because Brandon Ingram's contract is off the books. And then
No.
is CJ expiring this year?
No.
Who
The
else
year
is they got one more expiring. They have to in order to have $33 million. Regardless, then it's Charlotte at $30 million. They have Trey Mann. Maybe they feel more comfortable just having Trey Mann. And then it's San Antonio with 27, Detroit with 24, Houston with 19, Chicago with 17. They might just have him cornered on the market. You're not gonna get an offer sheet. You're not gonna get $30 million from these other dudes. Take out 22 or whatever the number might be,
Yeah.
and that might be good enough to just keep him around.
Yeah. Yeah, that might be their leverage right there.
Yeah,
Because $75 million is a lot of cap space.
a lot of cap space.
He looked good in that black and white jersey, though, too.
Yeah,
He do. I wonder what their team will look like next year, man, with $75 million in cap.
So they're gonna have Jaeger Denham at the 1, Cam Thomas at the 2. That's all I got.
Is Jimmy a net?
I hope not, because that don't do anything for them.
Yeah, or Julius Randle.
Julius Randle makes more sense to Jimmy to me, but even then,
Yeah.
I'm like,
I wonder what Julius Randle's another guy I'm interested in what his market's going to be like this offseason.
because it ain't been pretty to start this year.
And also, I don't want to pay him crazy money either. I don't want to pay him or Jimmy crazy money.
I did see a tweet yesterday that was like, "This is who y'all hating on." So Julius Randle's at that part of his career where him and his kids and his wife pictures are getting posted.
Yeah, the only person that's expiring for the Pelicans
Is Brandon Ingram?
Brandon Ingram. And besides, like,
Just so small.
Javante and
They gonna extend
Alfred
Javante,
Payton.
give him a max.
Yeah, pay Javante. Or either just come back to Chicago. We got cap
Dylan
space.
Harper would be decent with the Nets. I wouldn't mind seeing Dylan Harper on the Nets.
I'm actually happy that I've been watching college. That his ass can hoop. This is why I don't do college basketball. I'm notorious for falling in love with a player and he not being. Not saying Dylan Harper's actually the real deal, but like I would watch some random 26-year-old senior and be like, his ass gonna be nice in the league next year. He got no NBA buzz whatsoever, but he looked nice in that one game I watched.
I didn't even know
him.
the dude I was watching the other day for Illinois was like a
Yeah, he a
NBA
real guy.
talent.
Yeah.
And Pierre was
I'm
like,
surprised you didn't like the big fella.
Messi. What was his name?
No, it's something with an I. I can't pronounce
His
it.
brother plays for Arkansas.
He had like 3 threes in the first.
You know what's
couple
crazy?
minutes.
I'm like, I keep hearing his damn name. And it's because they both were on the opposite teams.
That was actually dope.
That was a pretty good one. Yeah. That was what cooled me down after the
They both
Caleb
got draft
Williams.
buzz
Yeah,
too.
same.
stuff. So
But
And Pierre was like, he's going to be a lottery pick
Yeah,
probably.
no, he
and I was
looks
like,
like a
oh,
lottery
I did not know he was that good.
you like Jaeger Denham?
Yeah.
Heard he's got good genes.
A knee slapper right there.
Thanks, man.
who is that?
Jaeger Denham from BYU.
Demin. Demin.
That's dyslexia.
He used the dad joke badly.
Yeah. That's dyslexia.
Ben Simmons tried to mend fences with Embiid and the 76ers. Is that cap or no cap? I mean, it's been reported. How much are y'all buying into that? Do y'all think that's real? And what does that mean?
I hope it is real.
I hope it is too. That's why
I
I'm
do
going to say no
too.
cap. I feel like what Ben is probably going through, he's probably been through a lot of therapy. It's a lot of mental stuff with him.
And
And essentially probably his therapist probably told him something that might take a big load off your shoulders is to try to mend fences
He's
with
so
Joel
immature.
Embiid. And like
Maybe he needs this.
Yeah, he probably needed to get some stuff about the Joel, the Doc situation, and he needed to get it off his chest. And that probably is something that probably gave him a big relief.
I agree. I agree. I hope it is true. Not saying that this is like Shaq and Kobe. They didn't really do shit together.
Yeah.
But I don't like when it's players that I like watching together hate each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was no reason to hate each other anyway.
I know.
It was so
They
crazy.
just threw brother under the bus because he passed up on that shot.
Which he shouldn't did, but
And especially because right now it's just like, I mean, both of them probably, like, the way their careers went, Joel Embiid probably thought he would have been, like, close to a finals or anything like that. Ben Simmons probably didn't think he was going to have times where he was a year or two out of the NBA before, or not out the NBA, but just hurt and not really on the court. Like, they didn't have the most perfect careers so far, so I think they can definitely kind of, like, just feel for each other in a little way and just say, like, hey, we've been through a lot. I still rock with you. We don't got to have all that, like,
He's trying to get on that minimum contract in Philly again.
hey,
he
ain't
ain't
nothing
getting
worse.
that $40 million one.
Ain't nothing worse than getting thrown under the bus when the dude who did it, you could say some shit about too.
Yeah.
Because I know Ben was like probably just being political. We lost, and whatever. He said, "Wait, Doc said what? You know how much shit how our coach he got in this series? Wait, and B said what? Did y'all just see the fourth quarter he had? Granted, I ain't do my shit either, but damn, y'all
You
saying
can't put
it's
it
'cause
all
of
on me.
Who's had a better season, Ben Simmons or Joel Embiid?
Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons probably played what double more.
Who
than
got
double
more
the
wins?
games.
That sound crazy. Ben Simmons
got
playing
more wins. For sure.
Ben Simmons playing double anybody.
Joel
game.
Embiid got to team up with Ben Simmons this time.
You know what I said?
Bill with Ben.
Come on now.
15
wasn't
games to
wrong.
4 games.
I wasn't
Yeah.
wrong. I was just early. Anthony Edwards. Individual agendas, reason for slow start. Timberwolves growing apart.
I'm gonna say
Cap
cap.
or no cap?
I'm gonna say cap on that. Just because I feel like Anthony Edwards, when that trade happened, he initially told Julius Randle, "Hey, we gonna adjust the plan with you. You don't have to worry about us. Do your own thing, and I'll adjust the plan with you." Essentially, so if that was the case, he would have came out with Superman type energy, and he would have been like, "This is still my shit." Julius Randle, he'll figure it out along the way. He'll adjust. But no, he essentially said, "I'm gonna adjust the plan with Julius." So I'm gonna say cap.
Wait, what are you
So
capping
he said
on?
individual. Read it again from
Yeah,
me.
I'm saying that he's not really focused on his individual goals. He's focused on the team.
No, he's. I think he's saying
Yeah, you're
other
reading
people.
it. You're listening to this all wrong.
And I'm thinking about like who's on the roster. Like Julius Randle's the only one that's not. Him and Dante are and Nas, I guess, are the ones. No, Dante's under contract for 2 more years.
Yeah.
So it's
Rudy
really Nas.
has a player option.
No, Rudy signed an extension already.
I keep doing that. That's like my third time doing
It's really
that.
Julius Randle
Mike
and Nas
Conley.
Reed and Mike Conley, who at this point, Mike. You know,
Nikhil Alexander-Walker.
yeah.
Nikhil, Nas, Julius, and I guess we could say Mike Conley.
I'm gonna say cap too, though. I mean, I'm sure that plays some part in it, but they've just reorchestrated their entire philosophy on both sides of the ball. And I don't know a team that could do that and still be really successful like they were the previous year. Where like Rudy Gobert, we know him as one of the greatest drop coverage bigs of all time. They're bringing him up to the point of attack sporadically because they don't really have a lot of stuff. They don't trust anybody on the backside. It's just individual stuff sure can come into it, but I think their X's and O's are kind of screwed on both sides right now.
I would agree with I'm gonna say cap too. They just look like a team they look like a year one team, and it really feels like that with the Julius Randle as the addition, opposed to Cat, who's kind of like built that chemistry with Rudy and obviously Anthony Edwards. Like it's gonna take some time to figure it out, and it just hasn't been pretty.
I don't think y'all said anything wrong, but the reason I am going to say no cap is because I'm a Knicks fan and I've seen Julius Randle, I've seen the body language, I've seen some of the actions. You see the Rudy Gobert and him thing going on. Last night I don't know if y'all saw it, but Nikhil didn't swing it to him on the corner three. He kind of had
I didn't see that
a little fit for that too, and it's just like I know that they have issues because it is a new team and it's a lot of different moving pieces, but that shit does not help. And if Anthony Edwards is in that locker room, there's something he's picking up on that too versus being frustrated in a moment and it's spilling over. And, hey, man, we can say as much as we want. We talked about it with Santi Aldama. When that contract shit is there, it's on your brain, man. It's on your brain.
For sure.
It's on your brain. You go from being all-NBA, all-star guy, traded, hurt last few years. You got a lot riding on this.
It's not even really a market for him potentially,
And it's
other
not
than
market.
Brooklyn. Brooklyn have a $75 million. Like, we got to spend it somewhere. Here you go, Julius. And they got some shit over there. He don't even fit the identity that Brooklyn got.
No, I don't.
Because they were, what Jordy Fernandez say? We want you shooting 53s a game. Julius Randle not buying into that shit. Give me that ball and give me this turnaround.
With the Timberwolves, and he was hitting.
Yeah.
He started off good. He was still hesitating. That's just, it's just not in his game or nature.
It's one of my least favorite fall-offs for a team ever.
Same,
though.
man. Because I had them at the top of the Western Conference,
facts,
even
yeah.
after the trade.
This was such a fun team last year.
Because you come in and Julius just do what he does. Jaden McDaniels take a list, not even a step, just give you the same type of shooting.
I was always the
Anthony Edwards gonna take you home after that.
Oh, yeah, everybody was iffy on the fits. Carlton Towns to Julius Randle. But even with the infrastructure of what they can do defensively and if everybody come in and do what we know that they're capable of doing, Dante DiVincenzo is not doing what Dante DiVincenzo did last year.
Yeah.
He's not doing it nowhere near.
That's a great sell high, though.
And they called us crazy. They called us crazy. I ain't give a damn if he was shooting 40%. But now that he ain't, stay out of our business,
It's like
man.
I don't
Now
know.
y'all got the guy that's shooting lights out.
It's
Right.
funny how
So
that
maybe it's
cookie
us.
crumble.
Maybe it's us. And maybe we can go get Ben.
The
and
lights a
turn him
little
into-
brighter in MSG.
Hey, if you get Ben shooting lights out, give y'all the damn Larry O.B.
Should the Rockets be shopping their young talent while their stock is high? Cap or no cap?
I feel like it should be. I feel like it should be capped. I feel like any team with this much amount of talent and young talent, or amount of young talent, should be doing their due diligence to see what's out there and see what you can bring in to take that next step. I got to say no cap, but I wouldn't be mad if they didn't.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this is tough just because I really look at their team and I say the main three guys that I'm really. So I'm gonna say Cap. I think Şengün, Amin, and Tari should be locks. I think everybody else should be at least explore their value. Those three guys I think should stay.
Ain't no love for Jalen Green?
I don't think he can get traded because of his extension.
No, but neither can Sengun then.
Right.
Oh, true. But yeah,
I'm just going
Jay-
for it.
Jalen
Jalen
Green
Green is good, but like I still think he's not non-expendable.
Yeah, if Jalen Green got traded this offseason, I wouldn't be like, oh my God, they did something crazy. Like,
Yeah.
it would make sense to me. I'm going to say, wait, how did you phrase it again? Sorry, I don't want to pull a D Mills and say it
Should the
wrong.
Rockets be shopping their young talent?
Okay,
while
that's
their stock
cap.
is high?
It just reminds me of last year's OKC. See, we get to our first playoff series this year is what Houston's going to get. And if so-and-so player gets played off the court, then we recognize this player is not a part of our long-term future. That's the way I would probably approach it. Because it's not like, I mean, as of today, it's not a lot on the market that we know of. So if we shopping them around, we might even get full value. So I'm chilling. Let's keep this success story alive. Let's still be one of the best defensive teams in basketball. Fred take us home sometimes. Jalen takes us home sometimes. Şengün takes us home in an overtime game. And we gonna ride. No reason to push on that accelerator just yet.
Yeah.
My counter to that, and I'm just playing devil's advocate, but just like it feels like everybody's having like damn near a career year.
Mhm.
It feels like usually when that happens, a lot of times like players will take that step back
Yeah.
the next year.
Yeah, that's basically what Minnesota did, right? Everybody
Yeah.
in Minnesota had a career year, felt like. I get what you're saying. But when we talk about trading a young talent, again, we can't trade Şengün or Jalen Green either way. So that's like shopping Amin Thompson.
I'm not trading them in Atari. So
Yeah.
it's just like
So it's
you're in
really-
a rough spot.
Like, what other young talent we talking? Cam and Reed Shepard? That's really all that's left.
Yeah,
feel like-
I
are we
had
missing
forgot
one
that
more?
They had signed extensions, so essentially they can't be shopped. But Jalen Green and Jabari,
Oh, Jabari.
Yeah, I was gonna say-
Damn, that lets us know how well. No, he's on a left streak. I think the last 10 games, so
Yeah.
he's been good. But I neglected to think about him at all. So Jabari, maybe.
he's probably the most valuable piece that you can't trade right now outside of Jalen Green.
And I mean, some games he literally don't close because
Yeah.
Amin Thompson is playing so well.
Tari Eason.
Tari
would
Eason's
you-
playing so well.
Would they want a Jerami Grant
No.
to play the fourth for
No.
them?
If you're gonna make a trade and you're gonna give up one of those guys, they're thinking more of the long. Remember
Like
when?
a superstar type guy.
Yeah, remember when
Yeah,
Giannis,
there's gotta be a big
Giannis
fish.
talks, and they were
Yeah.
saying like the Rockets are saying they wouldn't pursue a Giannis trade. It's like that conversation.
They traded for the Phoenix Suns pick to try to get Kevin Durant from the Phoenix. He go your picks back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think if they're gonna do a young trade, it's for a superstar. It's
Me
not
too.
for Jeremy. But even though in my mind, I could see Jerami Grant in that jersey for that
Yeah.
reason.
because he already wearing a red and black and white with the Blazers.
I guess so.
But yeah, hell no.
And they got a black coach.
coach.
They got a black coach. You know,
He loved the black. That's why he went to Detroit
yep,
Pistons.
that's one of his
Dwayne
priorities.
Casey. Then they fired him,
And then he said,
and then they brought in another black coach,
yeah,
but
they
it
sure
still
did.
wasn't enough for him. You
that
just
was so funny though.
you just pissed me off.
He said, I'm not re-signing to y'all Denver, even though y'all gave me the exact same money. I want to go play for a brother.
Because
Like, do your thing.
And guess what that brother did?
Helped him
Allowed
get
him
more
and then
money.
to have an all-star.
Hey,
game.
Yeah,
every
like,
time
give
we
him
watch Jerami Grant, I just know P finna say, y'all remember when Jerami Grant used to be an elite level wing defender?
He used to rebound and defend. I'm not saying he don't do it now, but his
He just all
rebound-
about
He
a
didn't even have a
bucket.
face scan in his first couple years.
Yes,
in
he didn't
2K.
have no face scan.
No
Number
face scan.
39.
Yeah, nasty work.
He's still with that?
One
No,
of
no,
the,
no, no,
Oh.
no,
No, no,
number
no.
9. But he was 39 with Philly.
One of the best process stories. Him, T.J. McConnell, Robert Covington,
going.
Dario
Keep
Saric.
going. Joel
Um,
Embiid, Ben Simmons.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna count those guys.
There's
Who
one
was-
more.
Hollis Thompson.
Oh, we going there. Whew. Dante Exum.
Eric Moreland.
Nobody go correct me.
No.
I was letting it slide.
Oh, okay.
I don't know who that is.
You know who Dante Exum is?
No. I was about Eric Moreland.
Oh,
You don't know who the fuck Eric Moore is? either?
No.
That's more excusable. Though.
Dante Exum. What team drafted him? He didn't get drafted by the Sixers. I was just naming shit.
He didn't get drafted by Utah, right?
Yeah, he
Yes, he
did.
did.
Look,
Yeah.
look, come on, man. Believe
Where is
in
he playing now?
yourself.
Dallas.
Hey.
But where is he playing now?
What do you mean? Where is he playing?
Where is he playing now?
The G League?
Don't let
No,
no,
don't know.
bro.
He's injured. He's
Stop,
injured.
yeah, stop letting him set you up.
I thought you were trying to tell me he was in the G League.
No.
Cam
else,
Johnson goes for multiple first-round picks, cap or no cap. That was the report. You know, sometimes you aim for the stars, so if you fall, you land on the cloud.
Right.
I think it depends on how desperate a team is. I think a team like the Lakers, if they really feel like they need.
There's no way the Lakers are giving up 2029 and 2031.
That would be a lick, boy.
There's no way.
That's
After
the only
we
team
had
that-
The Clippers are a team.
Yes, the Clippers.
The 76ers are a team.
But the Clippers, where do they 2 picks come from?
Maybe I'm thinking about 76ers because I think 76 have 3 tradable.
Yeah, when I thought about teams that have that would want that and would be desperate to try to compete, the Lakers was at the top of my mind.
They can't be that desperate. It ain't like they in the play-in
Are
again
y'all
right
that
now.
desperate?
I mean, I feel like this is probably
Not for Cam Johnson.
Right.
For 2
That's what I'm saying.
first-round picks?
For Cam Johnson.
I like that this is the price, though. I like it. They did something last offseason with
Got what they
5
wanted.
first-rounders by saying that they
Mhm.
wanted 5 first-rounders. So even if it doesn't work out that way, I'm glad that this is the price because there will be teams, and I think more teams are going to jump into the pool as we get later into the season. I'm going to say
The Grizzlies will have the picks.
no cap. He gets traded for 2 firsts. Not 2 great firsts, but I
Yeah.
think it could be 2 firsts.
The
No cap.
Magic, they don't want them, but I'm just thinking of teams that got picks.
OKC.
that he just,
They could just.
Give
Yeah.
7.
They
I
say
think
here
wanted
4 of them.
Jerami
they
Grant,
still stingy with him, as you can see.
Jerami Grant considered the most likely trade candidate for the Blazers, cap or no cap.
It's hard to find a spot for him, though.
It is
$29
very
million.
hard, yeah.
You obviously want to send him to a contender. But it's like, what contender can make up other than the fucking Lakers every
The
time?
Blazers been playing better.
yeah.
They have been.
Do y'all remember what I said before the season started? That if the Blazers were in the Eastern Conference, they would be a play-in team?
I heard that shit and they went in 1 year. And out the other.
Like, they
'cause
have
honestly-
talent on the roster.
Yeah,
They
just
do,
Yeah.
but it like has never.
Bro,
Look
that's
this way.
looking at any team that's on the West and comparing the record to the East is just crazy.
Well,
I
the
was doing-
Jazz wouldn't be a play-in team.
Yeah, a lot of these teams is looking like a top 4 fast seed out East.
Yes. Now Donovan Clean is hurt for weeks
Yeah.
now, which is so unfortunate.
Robert Williams
didn't
got a
ain't-
concussion.
I ain't watched their last 2 games
I
because of
didn't
that.
know he got a concussion.
Yeah.
But Jerami Grant, the most likely one to get traded. I feel
Yes.
like Rob is probably more likely, right?
That's what I thought when I
$10
read
million
this.
contract.
That's what I said. The first thing that came to my mind was like, wait, over Robert Williams?
And there's some
Yeah.
teams out there that could use center play. Like,
The Lakers. I mean, they just gonna keep popping up, huh? They need
This is
something.
probably their most important deadline.
I agree. When you
So-
said you had that take last week, I was like, yeah, that makes sense to me.
That's why I could see them being a little desperate, a little thirsty.
He trying to work.
That's-
Don't keep saying that because D-Mills be secretly making some stuff just like happen.
He's like a Nostradamus.
If we was talking
But don't-
about superstar guard, I would say yeah. But we talking about Cam Johnson.
I know a superstar guard that just set the record for most 3-pointers for Chicago Bull in his career.
I'm okay.
But hey, no bullshit. If it wasn't for the contract, Zach LaVine would be
Would
the
be
perfect
like-
Laker.
He would.
Yeah,
Yeah,
would
he
be.
would.
Yeah.
So don't be hitting me with I'm good.
He would be.
Why you care about future financial
I would
flexibility?
see
You have
him
LeBron
going for
James
the-
on your team.
I would see him going for the picks before I see Cam Johnson.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, just
Zach
because I
LaVine a
think the
different.
contract is so bad that the picks won't be involved. Whatever deal Zach LaVine's in,
Oh yeah, you know
We're
the
not
Bulls
getting
don't be getting picks for
no,
their play.
for sure. But
They
I'm,
want one
I'm
for
not
one
saying
deals
he's
every
going. But if somebody was to be traded with those picks, it would be more for a
Oh, I
Zach
see what you mean.
LaVine type
Yeah.
player than a
Yeah.
Cam Johnson.
they might mess around and not have to get those picks for Zach and use those picks to get somebody else.
Hey,
I'm,
how
just,
you
I'm
think?
just talking.
Ain't that some shit?
We do a 1-for-1 with the Bull. Or can't be 1-for-1, but no picks with the
Jared
Bull.
Vanderbilt for Zach LaVine.
Bro, I do y'all know what Jared Vanderbilt's injury is?
Turf toe.
What is it, ankle injury?
Something with his feet. They say he had like surgery on both of his feet.
Oh shit!
Oh, I was just talking when I said turf toe. I was just
No, because
Gout.
I'm surreal stuff. I was looking on 2K and it said like I was looking at his injury because I was like, what the hell is it? And it said like sore foot. I'm like, it can't just be no sore. You're
Right.
not out that long with
Right.
just the sore
My
foot.
foot sore, coach.
And so I went to see and it said that he had like surgery on both his feet or whatever, and just like, yeah, he's ramping up. But I'm like, damn, I didn't
How
know
do
it was
you-
all that.
what did you do? to-
Yeah, to need.
that's like a
it's-
car accident injury.
Yeah, I don't know what he did.
Wait, what is
big
it called?
foot ass.
No, I didn't know. I didn't see what the injury was. I just seen he had surgery on both of his feet.
Yeah, that's all it says. It doesn't even tell you exactly what was repaired.
Oh,
It says both feet. What do? You just don't
Remember
walk
our
for a
friend?
month?
Didn't our homie Terrence say he broke both his legs?
What was it? His ankle. Both his ankles.
Both his ankle. Bro.
I'm not laughing at you, T. Because T
No,
be
I'm
listening
not
to these
laughing at that
episodes.
shit either.
And you know, T will
It's-
knock your ass out.
It
He got
happened long
quiet.
enough ago that you could laugh at it.
Yeah, I guess so.
Lakers wing Jared Vanderbilt suffered what was described as a midfoot sprain last season against the Celtics. In the moment, it was initially feared that Vanderbilt would be ruled out for the season due to the surgery. That did not happen, though, as the Lakers opted for the non-surgery route, hoping he would return at some point for the playoffs. Although Vando was certainly progressing with rehab, he was never able to make it back to the court. Part of that due to the Lakers being eliminated relatively early.
Oh, my fault. We didn't make it to the finals for you, Jerry.
There hasn't been much news on his
That's
progress
hilarious, though.
following the end of the season until last week. A report indicated that Vanderbilt may not be fully ready for training camp or to play in preseason as he continued with his rehab. Let's take a closer look at what could be causing that extended rehab process and how risk/reward calculations are completely flipped based on the context. Of course, the Lakers will want Vanderbilt to return as quickly as possible, particularly since he adds a unique element to the team. He has shown it takes him some time to get up to full speed and confidence. He was just getting there when he got injured in Boston, but that has to be balanced against the type of injury he had where he would sit the end of the season. A doctor, Dr. Rajpal Brar, has in physical therapy is saying that, I don't know what the hell. That look like an ad now. I'm sorry.
Shout out to Doc.
But yeah, it's something with it's mid-foot sprain. That's just kind of unique.
that required 2 surgeries. That's
So it's
crazy.
in the middle of his foot, I guess. I don't know.
Y'all see Derrick Rose now has his D Rose patch on Simeon basketball jerseys. They're
No.
sponsored by
No.
Adidas.
I
No,
didn't
but
see
that's
that.
dope.
That's
pretty.
dope.
That's pretty dope, man. That's what shit I want to do.
Yeah.
Have an enjoy AAU team or like sponsor AAU/high school team.
Go get Kamari to run
I
gonna be
want us
starting
to,
point
I want us
guard.
to be good.
it. he came in the chat the other day. He said,
He was going through it, man.
bro, he said, man, my shot ain't been falling or whatever. I said, bro, you
Damn.
gonna like it happens. You gonna get it back. It's gonna probably come back. He said, man, I hope so soon. Today was not it.
I wonder if his games are. I would love to stream and like I'm not stream, but watch his
one of
games.
them.
Because I watch every single one of EJ's games in this tourney, except for last night. I missed. Was that last night or 2 nights ago?
What was yesterday?
Didn't they
Yesterday
play the
was
finals of the
Friday.
Turkey tournament?
I won last night. It was at 3 o'clock. But yeah.
Right, yeah, I missed that game, but I watched every single one of them games. It's fun to watch high
Shout
school
out to
hoops
baby
that way.
bro, EJ, all tournament MVP and tourney champion. It's a hell of a start to the senior year, but we got more to do.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, no DPOY. Nah, I'm playing around.
Hell no. You ever seen EJ defend? Hell Hell no.
And their team runs zone.
He got that watch out defense.
His team running
you let
zone
him back.
should be
Say,
more
watch
reason why
out.
he get DPOY. He can inflate his stats at the top of the 131. All he got to do is just get steals, but he don't be thirsty. That's all I had though.
Last thing I want to talk about: the Atlanta Hawks beat the Cavaliers twice this week.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was very impressive. Like shout out to DeAndre Hunter last night.
Yes, great game.
Was that last night or the night before?
That
No,
was
that
last
was
night.
That was last night. Yeah, him coming off the bench. It's so crazy to see him like change his career a little bit. He went from a 3-and-D wing to this score off the bench,
Mhm.
and he actually creates for himself and like does it off the bounce now. It's so weird to see him shift.
Yeah, I think it's the first game. That was the 2020 game from Trae Young.
Yep.
And in
20
that
points,
third
22
quarter,
assists.
that he was doing so much damage, they started to run a zone. And I love when we have a fucking maestro offensive player
Yes.
controlling against the zone.
Yep.
He had like 4 straight possessions of just assists.
Yes.
And it's like eventually Kenny Axe had to get out of it. One of the plays, y'all might have saw it on Twitter. You saw Clint Capella come up to the free throw line. You know, that's how you break the zone,
Yeah.
get it to the middle. But instead of throwing it to Clint, he threw it right past Clint to DeAndre Hunter, who's in the dunker spot. And I'm like, bro, this man is a complete maestro. Game number 2, no zone, right? But he got so much paint penetration that it collapsed the defense. And it made me think, like, are the Cavs giving up a shit ton of threes this season? Because that's what it felt like in that game. And the last 2 weeks, they're one of the worst in basketball. And I think a lot of that has to do with them allowing paint penetration and them collapsing the zone, and then Trae Young specifically kicking it out. So it's just something to monitor if you're, the Cavs going forward.
Yeah.
Because who you're going to play against to have to get to where you want to go to?
Boston
You got
Celtics.
you got
Celtics.
Boston, you
Boston
got
Celtics.
Jalen Brunson who can do that with his shooters.
Mm.
So it's just, it's they play so well
Yeah.
that it's like,
I wanted
It's
to ask
fine,
y'all,
but-
do y'all think Boston could they could beat the single game for like 3-point attempts in a game? So it's at 70. They've hit 61 twice this season.
or attempted 61?
Yeah.
Who the
Who
hell
attempted
has
70?
70?
The Warriors?
The Rockets did.
Oh,
It makes
yeah.
sense.
That makes
But like
I
they,
knew it was probably the
I
Warriors.
want to see
around.
that box score from that game.
73s is insane.
LaMelo Ball to miss 2 weeks,
Fuck.
calf. That's the end of the playoff hopes right there. 2 weeks without LaMelo, sheesh. But I want to see that box score. Houston, can they do it for sure?
Yeah.
73s in a game is crazy.
They almost
though.
had the just the makes one, but remember they couldn't hit the final one with
Right,
like
yeah.
8 minutes left. So
That was against the Knicks opening night.
yep.
Mm-hmm.
So this game went to OT. So I think that's
That's a
Trey
out.
Man out 2 weeks.
Oh wow.
That's what's going to have to happen. It has to be an overtime game or something like that. This box score, can y'all guess what James Harden shot from 3 this game?
8 for 25.
No, it was 5 for 19.
Oh my.
Y'all guess how many? His final box score numbers: 58 points, 6 assists, 10 rebounds, 23 free throw attempts.
Bro, what the hell?
Perkins talking about it looked like this may be Brown last season.
Oh boy. Gary Clark in this game, 0 for 5 from 3.
Shout out to Gary
Did
Clark.
they win this game?
Who hit the
lost.
most threes?
They
Was
lost
it James
this
Harden?
game?
They lost.
To who?
James Harden was tied with Gerald Green for 5 3-pointers made. Bro, this team is. I'm gonna read y'all their starting 5. It was Austin Reeves. Austin
Austin
Rivers. It was Austin Rivers, James Harden, Eric Gordon, Gary Clark, and PJ Tucker.
Bro, that's a nasty
Damn.
lineup.
So they was just chucking?
They were just shooting them.
Did they win that game?
They did
No,
not
you
win.
said they lost. Who they playing?
They played against D'Angelo Russell, Rodney Kurucs, Joe Harris,
Oh,
Bro,
God,
Austin
the
Rivers, I might have to look
Nets.
back.
Travion Graham.
I might try to see if I can find some of the clips
Garrett-
or like some of
man.
that game, bro.
Off the bench, you saw Spencer Dinwiddie get him 33 off the bench.
Dang, that's when Spencer was doing his thing.
He gave him 33 and 10 assists too. He was
Damn.
Damari Carroll 22 off the bench. This is a crazy box score. Nene is in this. Nene played 16 minutes this game. Nene had to be 44 at suiting up
And that's for the Rockets, right?
for the Rockets.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a box score, man. Because they attempted 70, right?
The Nets probably went 10 to 50.
The Nets attempted 36.
Damn.
And the Houston Rockets made 6 more. They took double the amount of threes and only made 6 more. That's insane.
That's so many wasted possessions.
But if they would have been falling, you know who
Oh,
got a
yeah.
DNP coach decision?
Cool.
Isaiah Hartenstein, $30 million
Oh,
contract.
you remember he over 6'6".
Somebody wasn't doing a job.
Over 6'6", you cannot play.
James Nunnally played this game 25 minutes, 3 made threes.
Is he under 6'6"?
I think he is.
Brown
Let's see
6'6"?
where he's listed at, honestly. James Nunnally. They ain't even got his height here. They don't know. James Nunnally. They not sure what your height is. 6'7" is what he listed.
Oh, so he around that.
He made the cut.
Barely. But that's it. Shout out to the Atlanta Hawks. They're one of the confusing teams in basketball.
Yeah, they
Suck
have.
Shout out
against
to
bad
Jalen
teams.
Johnson.
Right now, they have
it-
2 wins against the Cavs
Gonna
and
be his
1 win
team,
against the Boston Celtics.
Well, they get up and hoop. And also that win against the Celtics, there was no Trey Young.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
True.
That was the Jalen Johnson and Dyson Daniels show.
True.
That's what got them into
And
the
also
NBA Cup.
and Bogdanovich wasn't there.
Yeah, Bogdanovich hasn't been
Bogdanovich,
there.
hey.
He's not there right now.
And he stinks when he is there.
He's
not
on the
there
court.
right
He's
there.
just not there.
Yeah, he's not there right there.
He'll get there though.
And last thing we got,
I hope
the Atlanta
so. I
Hawks
like
have
him.
clinched their way to Vegas. Houston Rockets clinched their way to Vegas, and the Warriors have clinched their way. So, last couple days in season or the NBA Cup should be good because Orlando and the Knicks are both 3-0, but Orlando has a point differential of plus 60.
Yeah,
The Knicks
that
ain't
was
catching that.
crazy.
They need the Magic to lose by a lot, and they need to win by a lot because they're only plus 15. And then you got Detroit and Milwaukee. No disrespect to Detroit, Milwaukee. I think it would be cool if Detroit made it to Vegas.
Yeah, it'll be
Another
good for
young
them.
team out there.
It'll be real good for them.
And technically, the Boston Celtics are still alive after beating the Bulls by a bunch of points last night.
Shout out to Sam Hauser for that 3.
Shout out to Milwaukee though, getting back to 500.
Yes.
5-game winning streak.
Only up from here,
5-game
right?
win streak. They did what they were supposed to do. They went through that little turmoil at the beginning. Giannis flipped that switch. Said we not gonna be Philly.
How does it feel to not have your team win this cup, man? You only know your team as an NBA Cup winner.
Yeah. You know, it was tough. I knew that OKC was going to be that team that was going to be the one to beat. And when Anthony Davis got 12 points, I don't think we probably win that damn game.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you actually gave that a real answer. I was trolling.
I was surprised that he only had 12 points.
That's
So
what happened when you
Anthony Davis,
got
Isaiah Hartenstein, I guess.
Aaron Wiggins saving basketball.
Yeah. And we got just
John just said he got
the
a
last
second
couple
win.
plays of that game was just like that was just bad. Like the foul, and then we also just threw the ball away on the inbound. Like you play a whole 46 minutes and you end like that is crazy.
Shout out to John. John has been playing Balatro.
I see y'all talking about that.
Tell you, bro. It'll get you hooked. It ain't for everybody. For
That
sure.
was the word he used verbatim because I
hooked.
think you said that too. He said, "I'm hooked."
Yeah. Because it's a mind game in cards, bro. And I went to
What
Thanksgiving.
kind of card game is it?
It's a mix between poker and solitaire is how they explain it.
'Cause I love playing solitaire.
Do you?
I have
do you
not
like-
learned how to play poker yet, though.
Me either. But now I do based on this game.
For real?
Yeah.
Like, you think you could go sit at a table?
Hell no. Hell no. Not no real table. Like if we pull out some cards to play poker as a group, hell yeah. But I'm not going. I couldn't go to Vegas and
Hey,
sit
I was
there.
at Costco yesterday. I was dead as.
Boom.
I wasn't going to, but the idea popped in my head because they got a foosball table and they also got a poker table. I'm
Oh.
like, that shit would be raw in the
Poker table,
studio.
like a big poker.
Yes, it was a legit
the
poker
studio?
table
Where the hell we even put it in here? Oh, in that
in one
other
of these
room?
rooms.
I think we're gonna use that room for a different show, and then we got our film.
foosball table.
Yeah,
I like.
Oh,
I
really?
used to
This
love
right here
playing.
in this
I was like,
room?
I ain't played
I used to love playing
foosball in a long
foosball.
time.
Yeah, that shit
It's
was
been a
fun.
while, yeah.
While we there, the Enjoy Basketball channel, we've been dropping videos every week. If you missed out, we did a what did we do?
It was
NBA
the
Family
college
Feud,
It was the college thing.
college
They
tier
did.
lists. We did reacted to your hot takes, and we
Yes.
got like 3 or 4 more in the bank that are
Yeah.
being edited. We got an IRL basketball one. We got a good trivia game that we did, the one with the wheels. That shit
Yes.
was so fun. Just
Oh yeah,
Enjoy Basketball YouTube channel. Go check it out. We dropping over there pretty regularly now. We finally got a schedule that makes sense for everybody. So trying to put together some dope content for y'all.
I think that's also some of my most fun content.
For
I
sure.
think it's get a little loose, get to just have fun and just do things outside of just talking about what's going on currently in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
Like that trivia game made you have to think back.
Yeah, I can't.
Like-
That was such a great concept, man. I can't wait till we run it back and people at home get to see what it's about.
for
Yeah,
sure.
that's definitely one of those I would do part 2 of.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the games you could do like Family Feud could be done again.
Hell yeah.
Especially when you're talking about the fans that generating the answers, like
Mm-hmm.
they're involved into the answers, so they would love that too.
Yeah. So if you have other suggestions, let us know. Hell, we always up for it.
We gotta do
we
Jeopardy.
got a team over there that's putting it together, so they can always use a little extra help. What else we got, man? Is there anything surprising happen over Thanksgiving?
I want some money.
What type of money?
I think I walked in with 40. I left with 170.
On the space table?
No, it's a different game called left, center, right. It's a dice game. It's pretty much you shooting dice.
Oh.
So pretty much the concept is you start with $3. Everybody has $3, and then you roll the dice. And so if it goes left, center, right, but then there's also a dot. If you get a dot, that means you safe.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta. So there's 3 dice. Whatever the dice land on is what you have to do with your $3.
Oh, I got you.
So if you get a center, you got to put one in the center. That money's now untouchable. And then you go left, right, or the dot means you just keep one of your dollars at least. And the goal is essentially to get all the money in the middle eventually, and then everybody rolls the dices, and then you end up with a big pot in the end.
And you say you walked in with how much?
40.
And you left with
like
how many of y'all played?
160.
Damn.
5 of us.
You was running it up there.
When we
Hell yeah.
I was.
when
Did
we,
y'all see that?
when we play at Ontario House, it'd be like 10.
That one? That game I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That game fun as hell.
Bro, that game is so fun.
Yes.
It's just hard because you got to remind everybody to bring the dollars. But when you have, sometimes it be busting and you can win some real money.
And then, what's crazy? You are never out of the game.
Never out of the game. You'll get down to that last dollar, but then shit.
Somebody get a right or a left.
I'm still alive.
Yes.
I'm still alive.
You can have nothing for a stretch, and then all of a sudden somebody get a left, and you get $1.
That's
And
enough
that
to keep
$1
you
is
alive.
all you need.
You
is
could
just to
also
get a
be
chance.
up
Yes.
and steady.
Keep rolling. You can roll 3 centers.
Mm.
Now you just got to put 3, and now you only got $1.
But you
or
love
no
that
dollars.
money staying in the community because it'll come back to you. But when they go to that center,
So when you walked away, was it just everybody was done, or you was like, "This enough money for me"?
No, everybody was done.
Okay.
We kind of was done.
He said, "Where y'all going?"
I got to go get it changed into 20s now.
Big baller.
Did y'all see that one? I think it was a college football player who he got a sack and he celebrated like he was shooting dice.
No.
He had shot the dice and then he had looked like he had won. He had scooped up the money. It was a raw ass celebration.
No,
I'm
I
like,
saw one
hell
college
no.
football player. They was down 21, and he went, he did.
I
Like
saw
the
that.
Tween.
Oh,
and he
yeah.
shot
Jump shot?
Yeah.
but he threw the ball to the other opposing teammate, and it was like, bro, you down 21. Why are you celebrating like this?
I saw that for sure.
Yes, at some point, you shouldn't be celebrating. And it was late in the fourth quarter too, so they was guaranteed to lose.
No, I had a typical solid Thanksgiving. Nothing out of the ordinary. What about for y'all?
We got on the spades table last night. Walt is my partner. Love Walt to death. He's one of the most down to earth people I've ever met.
Why you get on that space table when we was up playing?
Because we just had so many people.
Yeah. If you scared of me and Mike,
No, I'm about to tell you what happened, right? Walt is my stepmom's dad. So granddad, I've never called him my granddad, but he kind of is.
Yeah.
He's been around for so long. Suzanne wanted to play. Then she realized she don't know how to play. Walt said, I'll take her hand. Why did this motherfucker cut me 3 times, Darrick?
What? So she might as well play.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I asked him, like, damn, you had all the spades, right? Because ain't no other way. If I'm winning the hand or the hand, and I got it one, just throw a club out there. You don't need to throw a spade. He was throwing, so I asked him, you had all the spades here. I ain't really had none. He used like 3 of his 4 spades to cut you. And I'm like, we could have set them. We literally could have set them.
But you know why that's frustrating? Because I don't even think you need to be taught that. If I'm winning, why would you beat me?
But the Movado, is that the word? That he came to the table and made me think he was about to be a fucking pro.
Yeah.
He's slamming the cards. He is an experienced guy. He's damn near 70. And I know he been playing spades that long. And he would cut me 3 times. And we still won the hand. But it's like, bro, we could have, because we had 2 sets.
Yeah.
So if you set somebody, they off the table completely
Yeah.
in the next group. So we could have set them and just got to the next group. We didn't set them. We won the overall best of 3.
Yeah.
So I guess it don't matter in the grand scheme, but I'm looking at him like,
So he pulled through for the rest. Like he started doing better.
yeah, but that first hand
Still
was
cutting
so
3
bad.
times is crazy.
Cutting 3 times is
Because the first
crazy.
time you like, oh shit,
Right,
Like
yeah.
let me lock
You know,
in.
I learned to not do that shit because if you cut they used to just tell me, your ass can't play no more until you learn how to play. And then I used to have to stand there and learn how to play. Just had to stand there and watch in order to be able to stay at the table.
Yeah.
So that cutting shit do not fly in my house.
Yeah.
Shout out to
It's
Walt,
just,
man.
I don't know.
Terrence is so funny because he doesn't really know how to play, and he's kind of learning as he goes, and he's asking John for help, and I don't even think John is really that crazy at spades either. He's like, bro, you're not even supposed to be talking, so it's just fun. Just having that experience of like, somebody who don't know how to play spades, you always got to look at them like they crazy too, because where the hell have you been?
Kyron was hilarious, man. Anything y'all got going on crazy for
Christmas?
have y'all started shopping? It's getting
Yeah, I
getting
did.
crazy.
Yeah.
I did. Officially.
I don't know why I'm waiting, man.
I already know what I'm getting my sisters. All of my sisters, I got their gift at least planned. The kid is always a tough one because we get her so much stuff throughout the year.
Yeah.
That is Christmas is kind of iffy. And she also has grandparents, and grandparents, this is their time to buy gifts and stuff. So we're trying to figure out how to navigate that. But I can't say I'm done, but I got the idea for pretty much everybody in my life that I'm getting.
Y'all got
something.
so many toys in her playroom.
Too fucking much. Too much. We just reset it because we put the tree up.
Oh.
So we needed more space. But she got, and every day I feel like it's some new in there. And I'll be like, what is from? Oh, you know how our girls do. It was at Ross for $4.
Oh.
That don't make it a good deal just because it's cheap, bro. We don't need it.
Yeah, I literally, toys be so crazy because it's just like, for one, you don't even play with all of them. But then again, there'll be the kids that be like, nah, he knows exactly everyone, like where they at and all that. So
There's toys in my house where Andrew would be like, oh, that's for Avery. And I'll be like,
Yeah, literally, bro.
damn.
Literally.
I think it just
What's going
I think it just comes to a point though where it's like there is a day where you're just not playing with toys no more. You know what I'm
They
saying?
far from them, though.
Yeah, she
though.
too. And she's
Yeah.
one. But I don't know if your girls like this too, but they're in the same circle, so maybe. They swear that they're frugal, but they're not. They love a deal, but if you're buying a deal from this store, this store, this store, this store, you're still spending a bunch of money. You're not. You love a deal. You're not frugal.
Mhm.
But
And
if it wasn't a deal, they'd be spending more.
But they
I
don't
know what you're
need.
saying.
Yeah, they
I
just
know what
don't
you're
need the
saying.
stuff.
I know
Like
what
it's
you're
so
saying.
much stuff in my garage that have been there for so long that will never be open. I don't think. Why do we need 64 bottles of hand soap?
Because you always got it.
oh, she capitalized on the deal.
Yeah, you know exactly the deal I'm talking about,
Yeah.
don't you? It's sitting in the garage.
64?
I might be exaggerating. It's two big ass boxes.
Nah, but
of
I know
hand
what you
soap.
mean.
Yeah.
I was just talking with Elena or whatever, and she's like, for the new year, we are like, it's a ways away, but for the new year, we just want to make sure, like, when we buy stuff, is what we need. Like,
Yes.
we super crazy, not even crazy, but like, we won't hesitate to just get something just because, like, we like it or we kind of have, like, that quick, like, sporadic feeling that we should need it. But, like, it's so much stuff that I get and it just be sitting in the house.
Like what? Because I'm sure you can name 17 for Elena.
I definitely could. Probably that damn. I always think about that damn projector I got.
Oh, yeah.
That
Oh,
shit
yeah,
is still
you're
in the
crazy.
box.
Yeah.
You bought that on a deal too. I remember you
It was a
said
deal. It was $50. But that's what I was moving into my new house, and I was like, I'm gonna have all this blank wall, so I'm gonna have like a spot
Space
for
for
it.
it,
And then I just never did that shit.
Now, can I buy shit and not use it? Kinda, but it's never nothing big.
usually for me if it's something like that, it's clothes.
I'm using my clothes, though.
I'm redoing my whole wardrobe as we speak.
Like you just throwing shit out. That's what I've been doing.
wanted
replacing it.
It takes too much time.
It
I don't know
does,
what I'm
and
gonna
it's
do.
expensive as
And
hell.
yeah, I be donating. I threw 3 bags of clothes to Goodwill, and I
Yeah.
was still in my closet. And I'm like, damn,
It's too much still.
I still have a lot of clothes in here.
Yeah.
Feel like I ain't do no dents.
I'm bad at that.
I donated a bunch of sneakers. I've donated a bunch of clothes.
I don't have the time right
I
now.
don't.
I got 3
like.
closets
Same. Well,
Damn.
yeah.
I don't like getting rid of.
because I haven't gotten rid of like he's about to say.
I don't like getting rid of my clothes because I always feel like I could wear this in the house.
That's my issue.
That's
But
right.
I'm at the point where I know the closet in my office means that I'm not wearing that shit. It's like the one in the bedroom, the 2 in the bedroom. That mean I'm wearing it.
I got
But now I'm starting to take Dana's closet, so I gotta kind of dial
I got
back.
3 pair of like denim tier sweats that I've never wore outside. They literally walk around the house. When we did Friendsgiving, I think I had a pair on.
Oh,
Y'all never seen me wear them outside the house. That's part of my walk around the house.
I got
shit.
3 pairs of pajamas. That's what I'm wearing in the house.
That's why I keep a lot of my
What
shit
you doing
because
that
I
4th
have
day?
go to sleep shirts.
I just alternate them. I have 3 pairs, You know what I'm saying? I
I
just
just wear
alternate
shorts
which on
around
which
the
day.
house usually. I'll throw on a pair of shorts, even though it's winter.
That's what the
It's
essential
kind of cold now.
pants
I
come
gotta get the.
in clutch. Yeah, I throw my essentials on. And
Mm-hmm.
I got the NBA essential.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Did it come in?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not
I
yet.
ordered some of it, too.
I didn't know it dropped. I definitely don't be tuned in.
I
just miss it
literally
drops.
told your ass it was going to drop a second time
know.
on the NBA app.
Let
I
me
just
see.
did- I
I'm gonna
just
check mine right
completely
now.
Snoozed.
And I also got a... Man, yesterday I was pissed because it was Black Friday. I got a camera lens.
Tuesday.
Because I bought a camera, but I wanted to do the BTS behind the scenes. But on that camera, I had to use my phone because the light... One day I come in here and the whole room is lit. Then the next day I come in here and it's only these lights. So on the camera, it didn't pick up good. But then I got a lens that should help no matter the lighting. Black Friday, Best Buy, get it for pick. I go first. It's busting. It's busting so much I can't even get help. So I'm like, you know what? It's fine. I'll get it for pickup. That should give it enough time that once I'm leaving EJ's game, I could pick it up on my way home. It's not ready. It's not ready. It goes through the whole day and it's not ready. Now they telling me I could pick it up on Monday. Should I get some more percentage off because y'all told me it was for pickup
Yeah. How the hell y'all have a pickup schedule for?
for something that's not at the store?
Yeah.
That would piss me off. I ain't
Because
gonna lie to you.
for real, I was blue. I was so fucking mad because I'm like, okay, I'll wake up tomorrow for work and they'll be like, you can come get it, and I'll just go right after work. No, I checked it this morning. It says it'll be ready for pickup Monday.
How the hell y'all need that big of a gap?
For something that you literally, I went to one. I wanted to go from one store and it told me no, it ain't here at this store, but it's here at this store. You can pick it
Yes.
up today. So I said, okay, I'll go to that store. And now they telling me that store didn't even have it.
Oh, wow.
It won't have it till Monday. It had me wait all day just to tell me at 11:30 is when they sent the email that it won't be ready till
That would
Monday.
that would piss me off because I'm kind of an impulsive buyer.
Yeah.
If you give me 3 days, I'm not gonna want the shit no more.
Yeah,
exactly.
same.
So if you want my money, I need to pick it
That's
up
how
today.
I felt. But I'm like, you know what? Calm down. You'll have a use for the lens regardless. But I am thirsty as hell right now.
I ain't gonna lie, that delivery date, when I'm getting something off Amazon or a site, that delivery date would definitely change my mind.
See, I love Amazon
Yeah.
because anytime I'm buying something there, it's very small. So it's like, okay,
A day or
like
two.
I bought I got a skillet that's also a grill, and I make burgers. What's that called?
Oh, you said
To make a smash burger.
the George Foreman?
No,
Oh.
it's something like it. But I got a thing that makes the
Oh,
patty
the
smash.
smash
Yeah, I
patty?
got that
Yeah.
same thing. It just makes it like an actual patty
Smash
versus like
burger.
you trying to like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what
I
you're
don't know
talking
what
about. I
that's
got the same
called,
thing.
actually.
I think it's called like a smash pad or something like that.
It might just be like a patty maker, unless you literally it's for smash
It's
burgers.
smash
Yeah, it's
burgers.
for
That's how you
smash.
make a smash burger. You gotta smash it, motherfucker. But when I ordered that, when it come, because it ain't. But like a camera lens, man, I'm
Yeah.
ready to go and
Go
be
to work.
Tarantino.
Yeah.
Yeah, big feet guy.
I remember
You crazy?
shit be coming. It'd be so funny or just weird. Just like when you order something, and especially if it's not at night and it is there by the morning, you be like, "Shit, I didn't even have to go nowhere."
Yeah, it's so crazy to see people pull up in hoopties to deliver your packages.
Yeah.
Like, who is this man? Oh, he got a package in his hand. Yeah, no, he cool. He cool. They just be getting it done, man. It's some type of black magic. It's probably barely legal, but sometimes I just order shit and it be at my front desk, my front doorstep in like
Bro,
2
Lena
hours.
was blue the other day. They was trying to like, so she ordered a bunch of stuff, and the Amazon driver had came, and it said attempted delivery for it. And so usually that means like they can't get into but something weird happened. So she go downstairs and she see him. She asks for the package or whatever. He said, "Oh yeah, it's right here." Oh, Sam, he could have just dropped it
Oh,
off
that's
somebody. He didn't have it.
crazy.
She's like, "Bro, why did I have to come out here to get my package?"
Do they
It's-
steal packages in your place?
No,
Not yet.
no, they don't.
That's good to hear. That's the worst thing. You looking for something and then it's say
I thought
delivered
somebody
or
stole
something.
my daughter's shoes the other day.
Again?
Yo,
So,
baby shoes.
That was
boy.
at my mama house.
Oh,
In my
okay.
building, I haven't really got nothing stolen, but like I had got it delivered. It said it was here, and I'm like, that shit ain't out here. They delivered to another building, and I had to go
yeah.
look for it.
That's the worst.
And I just decided to go. Something just told me go look and see if it's in the other building, and it was sitting there in the other building, and I'm like, what
That's
the fuck?
awful. Because I don't like talking to my neighbors. They're fine and passing, how you doing? But when something is delivered on, like when I order food late, it's so dark in my neighborhood that my food get delivered next door almost every time.
Oh,
And I got to keep walking to them and be like, hey, my food here. Like they got a ring.
My
I'll
food
wave
here.
at the ring. And in my mind, they think that I'm intentionally ordering my food to their house for whatever reason. I'm hiding something. Because it happens so fucking much
Yeah.
that now in my description, I'd say what car is in my driveway. So you know this is my house. And sometimes it still get delivered next door.
Yeah, they do the same thing. Well, when I first moved, a lot of the packages would go next door. And the first time you got to go up there, you feel like you stealing.
Yeah,
no,
for
for
Feel
real,
like
bro.
it's like, oh my goodness.
Porch
I remember
pirate.
they had sent some like this when we were back with House of Highlights. They were sending us packages, and it went to my old apartment.
Yeah.
And I was still in the same complex. We just moved different to like different
Units.
apartments or
Yeah.
different units or whatever. So I would go back to my old one, and it definitely would look like I'm
You was
stealing
stealing
off their
shit.
patio.
One time, the Amazon driver put our package on their store and their package on our door. And sometimes I open up shit without looking at the name. It's at my house.
Yeah.
It's somebody in his house. And I open them like, this ain't some shit I would order.
What
I
was
look at the
it?
front. It was like a floodlight detector or something like that. Like, we don't even have a fucking floodlight. And I look, it was like, oh shit, this next door. I opened up their package. Damn. Now I look nosy. Or I did a crime. That's illegal. You can't
Yeah.
do that. And I go next door to give him their package. He
They
had did
opened
the
yours?
same shit. He had opened ours. Like, oh, we good. And it was some like Suzanne some makeup or something like that. And I was like, oh hell no.
In our building, it's such a tight. I guess they all been there for a long time. Everybody brings everybody packages in.
That's
to
what they
the
do in
locked
my
door
building.
John
to
is
where
crazy. Read
no
y'all
one
chat.
can steal it.
I literally did that yesterday, bro. Like we went
Yeah.
to go get some Elena packages, and there was like 20 packages outside. I just brought them in there.
Yeah, I do that too.
because
Like,
people be doing it for me, so I'm like, why not?
yeah, sometimes my packages be at my front door, and I know it was one of the neighbors because
Mhm.
they brought it in and set it at my doorstep.
Oh, they don't be doing that much for me. I don't know how big your building is, but you like people ain't going up 3 flights of stairs to set
Oh
it at
no,
my
I don't
building.
have 3 flights of stairs. But no, I think that
How's that going? Are y'all still looking for a new spot?
we are, but we've kind of dialed back on the buying a place thing just because we also trying to plan a wedding too. So like
Yes. Yeah. A lot of big events happening.
yeah, so like financially it just didn't make sense. And then unless we find a place that's under and we like, oh, we still really like this, then yeah. But right now we just kind of not even.
So the door's still open, but it's not a main priority
Yeah,
anymore.
we mainly
Okay.
just if we find a townhouse to rent, we would much rather do that right now.
Okay.
Because the buying thing is actually like a lot of money up front.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
What were y'all thinking about putting down? If you don't mind, like what percentage of the overall? 10%, 20%? Because that's always an interesting part. Because obviously, the more you put down, the less you got to pay on the back end, or your monthly
Yeah.
payment go down.
I don't
your
think we really
interest.
had a percentage
Okay.
that we was set. It was kind of just what was needed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, buying a house is a process, man. Finding a house to buy is
Yeah,
a
the
process.
closing costs is what I didn't know. We didn't like when we were talking to the lender. They never talked about all the closing charges and all that stuff that go into it. And the lender, they have they get a commission as well that he never talked about either.
It's a lot.
If
Yeah.
you did your food reviews, you wouldn't care.
Did you do one? Did you publish that video?
No, I just haven't. I've been so busy. I just haven't edited it.
Maybe content is not the thing for you, which I guess is fine.
No, it is.
You did the hard part already. You shot the video.
Yeah. And then the nights where I do
You
have
sounded
time,
like Drake when he was at the shop, and LeBron was like, "What I tell you?" He was like, "You told me."
the nights where I've had time, I've just been playing 2K with y'all. And then after that, I would just go to bed.
So it's our fault.
No,
For pressing you to get on 2K.
no, it's my fault.
AP.
Ain't what's up
You know what that AP mean? It mean I got a new bill.
for real?
Y'all crazy.
We having fun.
You are
Fuck
craise.
How many bills deep are y'all?
He's full. He's
I'm
got
mad.
15 builds.
I got more than
15?
15 because I deleted some.
Ain't that crazy? Deleting a build is like
Hey, you know
throwing
what?
$100 down
Hey.
the drain.
This my best bill yet.
What is it? Who is it? I like talking to you about it because you give me a player. KB can tell me this ain't nobody. I just made a dude. No.
They can't
What
stay in front
position
of
he play?
James Harden.
It's
What-
another
what?
guard. He's going to have one
James-
attribute
Listen,
different than his last guard.
I am in no way to talk because I have bills out the ass too. But at least I will say I got every position. This man, Mike, got 15 bills and 13 of them are guards. Am I lying, KB?
He do.
And he got one center.
He has a Luka bill, a Tyrese Maxey bill,
Lonzo Ball.
Alonzo Ball bill.
I got a Russell Westbrook,
You got
James Harden.
And their attributes cannot be that much different from each other.
They play differently though.
That's you, though. That's the mindset
Yeah,
behind
you
the
like
player.
this James Harden, so I would do step backs with him. When you could have did the step backs with Lonzo.
Oh, that's the
Break
position
him
I
down
mostly
for me,
play.
though. What's his height, weight, wingspan?
He 6'4".
Okay.
6'4" is like, it's not as good as 6'3", but 6'5", they start taking away as much as the stuff you can. So I went
Absolutely.
for about 6'4".
I argue that 6'4" is probably one of the best heights in the game.
He got 93 dunk,
Uh-huh.
so post tries a goal, 95 3 ball.
Plus one, make it Hall of Fame.
For what? Oh yeah.
Posterizer.
I'll put it on lightning long.
Gold is all you need, yeah.
He got 95 3 ball,
Damn.
95 pass.
So he got no mid-range.
He got 80 mid range.
Oh, you have to have an 80 because he got the 95, right?
So he basically just an offensive juggernaut.
So he got what pass?
95 pass.
Shit.
Damn.
What is his ball handle and speed with ball?
86 speed with ball, so you get the goal lightning launch, and then
Yeah.
85 ball handle.
Okay. So you got handles for days.
Silver.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like for unpluggable, you don't need it gold.
Hall of Fame strong handle?
He got 93 strength P.
Oh,
Legendary
shit.
strong handle, so they not staying
So I'm
in front.
guessing you also can't defend shit.
No, he
That's
just
where
said.
you-
Yeah,
that's-
you got too
Nah.
many 90s.
I can't. Yeah,
This
I
your
can't
first
contest.
build that won't be able to crash the glass.
He got 60 rebound.
Mike gonna make sure he got to do that
Yeah,
to go crash.
I
As
love
much as he
crashing the
should get his
glass.
ass back or a leak, he trying to get a rebound.
Hey man,
What number
not a
is
lot
he?
of people. He number 13.
Okay.
Okay.
My James Harden build, I can only get one.
One is still pretty good though.
I made a Cam Thomas build.
And also, you didn't play
But I
with
need
him,
to
by the
work
way.
on it.
After that, you had like 2 games where you did terrible, and then you never. I never
That's
seen him
one
again.
game.
that was the craziest wasted money I've seen.
I just gotta practice.
You gotta.
I'm
yeah.
gonna get better at it.
But
you-
there's no way in hell you didn't know that before we played. There's
made
no
the
way
big-
you
yeah.
thought you were finna make a Cam Thomas and just go into playing
I thought I had it like that for a second.
That's not even your play stat.
at all. Like at all.
Yeah.
You don't even know. If I told you do a size up, you're gonna be like, "What? How do I do that?"
I literally said I had to learn how to use the stick.
Bro, he had a terrible shot where he shot dead in somebody's face. I'm like, you not Cam Thomas for real, dude. Bro. You know what?
Your
I
passing
didn't. I
suck.
should have got this clip. We was like, bro, what's your passing on for like a guard? He said, man, it's on 82. He's like, what's your pass style? You ain't got no pass style. He said,
Bro.
it's on Damian Lillard.
Y'all-
I said, you glazing, bro.
That wasn't even glazing. I had already pre-owned that. I think y'all had told me.
That's the only
no,
way.
I
That's
think
the
only way
I
I
think when
need.
I had that build that had bad passing, that was one that I can get, and y'all told me to get
I
that.
never told you that because
That was
Wait,
last
so
year.
you
Damian Lillard
upgraded
was
your
good.
pass and still kept the pass down from somebody that can't pass?
the pass style, I'm always going to tell you if you have low passing is Ja Morant at 75, which everybody should at least have a 75 passing if they're going to play on a perimeter. Or shit, you should just have that in general. It's going to be Ja Morant pass style. I've never told you get no damn Damian Lillard pass style.
Damian Lillard was good last year.
I never had it. They did say it was last year, but anytime
Oh, that's probably
I got,
why I did get it.
anytime I got that threshold, I would just get somebody else. I like bronze passing. People don't like it. I like it. Bron get them motherfucker.
It's just the outlet, the quick
Yes.
outlet pass that worked.
That's all I need. So you got James. I got Ben. We got traded for each other.
Man, who is he gonna be? I like that Marcus All bill too.
Marcus All
That's
Bill.
the only thing.
I
I'm
ain't
not
gonna
making
lie.
another bill for the rest of the year.
It
We got
bugs me
3
that
of
he
them.
left-handed though.
Yes.
It
Pisses
do.
me the
I
fuck
don't
off.
make a right-handed bill ever.
My
I didn't
being-
make him thinking he was Marcus, so I just changed him to
My
Marcus.
Ben lefty. But that Ben can shoot.
I remember KB first center. He was dogging it in the paint.
That's before people realized that 99
99
offensive
rebound.
rebound was meta.
Yeah.
Not everybody got 99 all, and it's like, it's not as effective anymore.
Mm.
Yeah,
You don't think it would be effective for you?
I mean, I'm sure it could be, but those games, I was ending with like 18 offensive boards some games. I don't think it'll work that way anymore. Also, I don't really have the energy to play that shit for more than like 2 games at a time.
Yeah.
It's so many other things to do nowadays, especially now that we're in season. Like, I feel like I can find something else to do.
Mm-hmm.
Watch a game that I missed, watch some highlights, do something outside of playing fucking.
You ain't
2K.
watching no movies recently?
No.
I watched a good movie. It was called What You Wish For. It was about this like down on his luck chef who kind of like runs into his old like college roommate or whatever. And the dude that he runs into is like a super famous, not even famous, like super rich chef. And he kind of like wants to figure out like how he's making this much money or whatever, because he not making shit. And so he eventually finds out like, dude is cooking some, like what he's cooking is crazy. That's why he's getting paid so much. But like, it's called What You Wish For, because he ends up actually taking on dudes like job and responsibility and basically life. And he don't even want it because it's just like, it's not always greener on that side of the grass type. It was a good movie though.
I just watched a TV show me and Angie did yesterday. We finished it up. It was about two dudes who broke out of prison. Forgot the name of the show.
Prison Break?
No.
No.
This is like a real story though. Like they did it in like the early 1920s or 19 something. Like
1920s?
It was something like that.
Damn, so it's that old.
It's a story based on
Did they break
that.
out of Alcatraz?
No.
Oh.
It was something in New York though. They broke out of a jail in New York. And
Rikers?
No.
Oh.
Because that's on the ocean.
It is bad. I was going to say, you had, that motherfucker was swimming.
No,
But Alcatraz is too.
Yeah, it
in
is.
San
We saw
Francisco,
it. Yeah,
yeah.
we saw it. But no, these dudes, they broke out because they like dug a hole in their cell and they cut like a piece of the wall, and then they went under the infrastructure, and they ended up going through the tunnels and popping out under a sewer. And like they did this and they got out. And what was crazy is that they were working on that hole for so long, but none of the guards ever noticed. And one of the ladies that work in the jail, she gave them the equipment to be able to do that.
Like intentionally, or she
Yeah.
just like
She did it intentionally.
Um,
They ended up catching her and
That's-
arresting her as well.
That feels like every jail movie where people are breaking out, or prison movie, because they always be having like the hole in the wall and it's like a
Yeah.
poster covering it up or something so they can't tell.
And you know what's funny? Angie and I was watching. She was like, "How do they catch these dudes that do break out?" I was like, "Cause they stupid." And I was like, "Guess one of the dudes, he got a gun, right? He's sitting in the bushes, trying to shoot at cars driving past so he can steal a car." And I'm like, "See, he's about to get caught.
Smart enough to get out, not smart enough to stay out.
Yes." And I was like, and the dude he was with ended up leaving him.
Mm-hmm.
They were trying to cross the Canadian border, and
The
And I'm
witnesses got to be crazy. Like, think if you live next to a prison and you see somebody running outside with a jail uniform house on, like,
well, they had on normal clothes,
yeah, that's crazy at that point.
and I'm just like, that adrenaline got to be crazy. And
You
then
just out here living.
Yeah.
I think they was free for like 23, 24 days.
That's actually
Ooh.
pretty damn good
They was
for
out
like how
there.
long
They
they've
was
been
feeling
out.
good.
They was in the
boy.
woods of New York, and they was going from cabin to cabin sometimes, and they was living. They almost got shot by this one cabin owner. He pulled up, and he kind of knew somebody was in there, but they ran out the back and ended up getting away. But I'm just like, that rush when you break out and you had nothing else to lose, and you finally free. I just couldn't imagine that adrenaline and like that
Mhm.
feel like I'm out, and like I never want to be in, but that feeling of breaking out got to be crazy.
You listen to Friday Night Lights since it's been out?
Yeah. I think I listened to it yesterday, actually. I haven't listened. That first one that he dropped, I have never listened to that one yet.
The Come Up?
No. Wait, is that the Come Up?
Come
Yeah.
Up, the Warm Up Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, I haven't.
seen people,
I've never actually listened to the Come Up.
I seen people saying it irritated them that next to the Friday Night Lights album it say 2024.
Yeah, that's on Spotify.
That would bother me too. I ain't even see
Yeah.
that. That would bother the hell out of me.
They do that on Apple Music too at the bottom. It'll say,
When are we supposed to get the raps? Spotify raps out.
I think they said it was on
70%,
its way. I just seen like a notification for it, so it's got to be soon.
this is also something I'm going to say. Making an announcement to y'all and to the viewers so that it can be etched in stone. I am taking on the responsibility of executive producing the Numbers on the Board album that will drop in 2025.
Okay.
I got a couple things that's
what I'm saying.
already in
That's
the
gonna be in
folder.
the credits.
Huh?
That's gonna be in the credits. Executive producer.
Yeah. It wouldn't be my first executive production credit.
Okay, I see you.
Separation by Flex Sinatra, executive produce. You know, I do things.
Seem like we in good hands.
But
That's a good project.
I got some things in the folder. Only thing I'm gonna tell y'all, exercise y'all mind. We going places. gonna be legitimate music.
I'm here
You
for
gonna
it
have to
because
cut-
I can read you one of my shit I wrote.
Let me hear it.
See me, I lived it all from dirt pouring in trailers. Worried about my mother, never trusted my neighbors. To middle class with a backyard in my own room. To being the only black kid in my home room. Academically gifted and followed my own rules. Was running the streets. Hey, I'll be home soon. So that's just a little piece.
Finish.
Was out chasing hoes. Was out hooping. When these brothers was in baller, but yet they was foul shooting. Come on, man.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's me. Just wrote that a little while ago.
Look at
feel
you.
I feel that.
I feel the soul in it.
One
Thank
time
you.
for the city.
Whoa. You heard the song?
Yeah.
I did put the voice memo in the chat. That's how you know the lyrics and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
They say Kobe, all he ever doing is painting pictures. If you listen, I'm painting pictures of hope.
That boy in class embarrassed because he broke. Hoping today he won't be the butt of
Butt of
somebody's
somebody's
joke. I'm about to listen to that whole album.
Mike, like, what did y'all quote? That ain't Lil Pump.
But Dickie
Do you not know where that's from?
sound like J. Cole.
It is Cole.
You not a Friday Night Lights guy? Not Friday Night Lights guy?
Nah, that's before my time.
At least you
At
admit
least he
it.
can admit it.
Yeah.
At least he can admit it.
You like the
I'm-
warm up?
No, if Friday Night Lights is before his time. Hold up. Don't answer
True.
that question. Do some
No, I'm
simple
just
math.
curious.
Do some simple
I was-
math.
maybe he listened to the warm up, but
Do
then
some
listen to
simple
Friday
math.
Night Lights.
If Friday Night Lights is before his time,
Yeah.
then the album before Friday Night Lights is probably way before his time.
Yeah.
So, does he need to answer that?
Nah.
Oh, okay. My boy.
You more of a Born Sinner guy? Which isn't a bad thing. I love Born Sinner my damn self.
Nah.
He's not a Born Sinner guy. That's before his time, too.
Nah.
KOD?
I was gonna say no, the one before that. What's
Oh,
that?
Sideline Story?
the
Sideline Story? Yeah, that's where I kind of
That
got
record
into it.
trash.
Facts.
Yes.
That's J. Cole's worst
I
project.
I be listening like
worst album.
when I listen to some of them songs back, I can't believe that I actually was like, I was
Everybody got a
listening to
bad
that.
sound.
Yeah, Mr.
Let me
Nice
see
Watch
that
is
shit.
Mr. Nice Watch came up
He
so
said it
like,
cost
yeah,
me a lot. My chain and my wife.
yeah. That shit was kind of bad.
Awesome, man. That. Have you seen my shows? Have you seen my hoes? If it's so and it be so thick, guess not.
I'm not going back to that at all.
I haven't gone back to that either.
Everybody got a bad.
Can't Get
side.
Enough was a banger though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
it
yeah,
ain't,
Can't
it
Get
ain't
Enough,
without
yeah.
its hits.
Kid
For sure.
In the
4-5's
morning,
like changed for a 20.
Lost Ones. No, it's got some stuff on there.
In the
Is
morning, it's good.
Lost One's a song where he was like,
It's about the
why they compare Michael to Jordan?
no.
Which
That's Sideline Story. if I'm
Sideline?
not
Yeah, Sideline
Nobody's
Story was a
perfect
good
on
song.
here too.
mistaken.
Miss Elliott,
Miss Elliott.
Missy
Yeah.
Elliott.
Oh.
Miss Elliott.
Does
Was
she
that a
still make?
teacher?
You
Does
sound
she
like
still
you-
make music?
I'm not sure. I'm sure she probably still produced it, but I haven't heard like an album or anything from her.
I saw something on Facebook the other day. I go on Facebook once a day just to see the memories. And the first thing I saw was somebody we went to school with is best friends with one of our teachers in high school. And it just threw me off to see them have that type of connection.
Mm.
Because, so the person, they're our age, so they're 27, 28. And that teacher was old when we was in school.
Oh,
So there has to be a gap in age of what, 30 years?
yeah.
And I just find that not weird, but just surprising that they are able to build a friendship with that much of a gap in between.
Do you think it's more so mentorship versus friendship?
I think it's a real friendship.
Well,
Actually, I
guess,
know it's a friendship because I asked my wife
Well, I
about
guess you could do both too, as well.
it. Yeah.
I
But
guess someone older you can be your mentor, but
they were
also
doing
your friend.
Thanksgiving together. So, that's not like
Yeah.
we just
I'm on
went
Facebook
to
looking.
something. I'll show you. Actually, I screenshotted it to send it to my wife. Like, I did not know they were this close.
Hey, that's why you can't have
What if they was already in cahoots?
That's crazy.
Family to no, I'm just saying family type stuff.
Like
It's
they
possible.
I feel like I would remember that because
Kinda like just the families
Hey,
intertwined.
that's why you can never have people go through your phone either. Because like, imagine somebody seeing
Like,
the
why do you have
screenshot.
this
Like, why the
screenshot?
hell do you have that picture?
Bro, I be
I
at
don't know if you
EJ
had her as a
games,
teacher, though.
and
Can I
I'll
see a
take a
little bit
picture
closer?
and I'll have to send it to him, and I'll definitely be like, because
Nah.
I have some weird shit.
I got a lot of weird. Not weird makes it seem negative.
No,
but I got
weird
a,
is when you don't have context.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, well, why the hell is a picture of a 2006 2K16 my team lineup in here? Oh, I was sending it to Mike.
Why you got this picture of this jump shot of your phone?
Right, yeah, just all type of weird.
Yeah. I got a random picture of just Scotty Barnes' eye when he got poked.
Oh, it's all red and shit.
I got a
It's red as
picture
hell.
of. Let me see if I still get it saved. I don't have it saved. Let me recover it and then show y'all. Well, I'm really only gonna show one person.
One of my last few pictures I got is a picture of Darius Garland. This when Darius Garland had a really bad game. They did this.
The D'Angelo
Oh.
Russell.
They put the face combination of him and D'Angelo Russell.
That's crazy. I got this picture.
Was that from high school?
No, this is in my old house
Oh, why you look so damn young in that picture?
because I was young. This house is 4 years
Don't
ago.
he got a
gone.
look kid ass like posing this?
I was.
Yeah.
Don't he look like
You
that's
look
a high
like,
school
you look
ass
like you're in high
pose?
school.
I mean,
Looking like Kamar.
Yeah.
this is 2019.
This the
Yeah.
picture I got. That big person.
You know who that is behind me? That's Kyron shooting a fake jump shot.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm dead.
Shout out to Kyron, my oldest friend.
Bro, I went on Facebook and it said Contrell has approved you as a friend.
On Facebook?
Yes, that's where I got this picture from.
Oh, wow.
Did you
Look.
just approve him?
Nah, I don't
Accepted
think so.
that friend request up top.
Yeah,
Oh, did it
honestly, when you
disappear?
said
Yeah, I'm like,
Is this my fault?
you
right
was
here.
going on
the-
Facebook once a day, that seemed like kind of a lot, KB.
whoa.
Look,
That's kind of crazy. Because I don't have, that's an old account that I do not have access to.
Oh.
So who's on that accepting friend requests?
that's where I got the picture from. But yeah, I got my brother on here.
Oh, shit.
That's kind of scary. I don't know what that's attached to. I don't even know, did I even make a status on that account?
It's just people telling you happy birthday.
Thank y'all.
But it got this picture in here. That's why I felt it was you.
It definitely was an account I used to have.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting stuff going on. Did
So
I get
that-
hacked?
So you didn't need that 150?
That's crazy. Bro, that's so my sister was telling me that one of our relatives got robbed the other day.
Mm-hmm.
He's from out south.
Oh no, you do got some statuses.
Oh,
Holy shit,
snap.
you got some funny stuff. Need some hooping shoes because school team starts Tuesday. Can't wait! Exclamation marks. Need an iPod Touch or a PS3. Wants an iPod Touch or a PS3. Really wants an iPod Touch or a PS3.
Damn, Pops, you getting the notice? But so, okay, somebody got robbed. He's from
If only I was this good at everything in life.
Well, what was I talking about?
I have no idea.
Holy shit.
You put a smiley face to it. This
I
is
must have been
2009.
getting that- 2009. Hell no.
GSN Casino?
In 2009?
That was your first status.
Hey, I don't know. 2009 makes me 12?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a freshman in high school in 2009.
Anyway, somebody got robbed. He from out south. He met a girl on Instagram that's from out west. So he drove out west. It was a setup. They took his phone, his wallet, his key. Well, not his keys. They let him keep his keys so he can get home. But they took everything. And when they took his phone, they made him give him the combination so they can get in the phone.
Mm-hmm.
And they went about requesting money from all of his
Family.
friends and families on
Cash out.
Cash App. And people was giving them the money because they're like, so-and-so needs some money, sure. Like, this my nephew, this my brother. And now they're going through with Cash App trying to figure out if they can get that money back because they ran it up on bro. Just fake it like they were him. And this is how crazy it got, bro. They texted his mom from the phone when they first got it, said, what's my social security number? They tried to rob my bro and to do identity theft on his name.
Wow.
That's crazy.
It's crazy, bro. So all I'm saying is if you meet somebody on Instagram, don't meet them. Don't meet them in the
Yeah.
store. Just don't meet them.
That
What's
shit
my
was,
social security number?
And
I'm not. That was
I mean,
some-
mom, she didn't give it to him. It's
Yeah.
like, that's weird for you to ask.
That was always someone I was online dating was always in the back of my mind, like in a weird way.
Get
but
back
like,
door.
bro,
I'm-
that was number one thing on my man. I don't know. It's
Like,
just like
So y'all was supposed to do. Never mind.
When did y'all meet for the first time? Like, y'all, was it a date or did y'all just hang out?
Did you FaceTime?
that was my number
I
one
believe so.
FaceTiming?
thing. FaceTime dates. We have to
We went to
have to.
I can't even think about. I can't even remember. It was called. I think it was like a Bulldogs or something. You know that it's like like a little pub joint or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Bulldogs or one of them. But it was in Oak Brook, so.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about. It's right. Oh yeah.
That's the name of it, right? Bulldogs.
Yeah. I think it's our Bulldogs Ale House or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't never heard of it.
Did you pick her up or did y'all just meet there?
We just met there.
Okay.
So that's why you gotta say like.
And since then, it's been love.
Yeah, that's why when you say like what car you in, you gotta tell them the other car that you're not in, just in case.
That's why I don't know. Maybe
Did you go in for a kiss the first day?
I don't think so. I don't remember.
Did you?
nah. Maybe I don't remember. I literally don't remember. Like I dead ass don't remember.
You remember nothing about your first date?
No, I picked her up. We tried to go bowling. And then the bowling alley, apparently all the lanes were rented out for the day. So then we made an audible. We went to Top Golf. And then we had to wait.
He's getting it to Top Golf.
I had another plan. It just fell through.
Giordano's.
And then we ended up going to Top Golf. And then we had to wait a few hours. So then we went
Damn, you had to wait a few hours?
Yeah, that's when you go to Top Golf last second,
Oh,
you're gonna have to wait. That's why I'm like, I don't really want to go unless I'm making a reservation ahead of time. And then we had to wait, so then we went to Lazy Dog.
Where are y'all at?
We're in Naperville.
Naperville.
It's a Lazy Dog in Naperville?
Yeah, it's right by KBO house.
I know because I know Top Golf is over there.
Yeah, it's a Lazy Dog right over there.
Lazy Dog over there.
And then we went there. We chilled for a little bit until they text us.
How was the conversation on your first dates?
Yeah, it was real good. It was like natural.
How did you explain what you do for work? Did you just?
Yeah, I think I would tell people that I have a. So what I would do is like, I'm like, you see the people what they do on ESPN, how they talk about sports. That's what I do, but instead we just do it on YouTube.
Right.
That's how I would.
That's probably the best way.
That's how I would explain it to girls who probably aren't into sports, and it made it so much simpler, and they understood it.
She probably said, "That's what you be wearing on TV on YouTube. We got to get you right." And since then, Angie done got him right. Think about there got to be some before and after pictures. Do you remember what day you met her? Like the date?
I think it was my pinned tweet.
Oh, he said it's the one, the first date, and here you go. Hey, that way.
It was my pinned tweet, but it's gone. I don't know how to find that.
Okay. Because I'm curious to see, like, the last 5 podcast episodes before you met her, and then let's say 3 months into your relationship, how did your fashion change?
What did you wear when you met her?
I know I wore my blue 11s.
Okay. They went like 87s?
I think I wore a jean jacket.
Or 84s? Went like 84. Big Pim.
I wore a jean
your
jacket.
shirt's so wrinkled in this shirt.
You wore the jean jacket, black pants, the jean jacket with the hoodie?
Yeah.
I remember that picture.
Jean jacket with the hoodie, jean jacket with the... I can't picture that.
It's a jean jacket that got in a hoodie attached.
Yeah. I haven't worn that in so long.
I'm glad.
You need to put it... You got to put it in a frame.
I don't like it, Emily.
Now you got a daughter.
I like you with just a jean jacket. No attached hoodie.
Okay.
Just a jean jacket. You also ain't wear those blue 11s in a long time.
No, it's very rare I wear them. It's kind of hard to come up with not hard to come up with a fit with them, but I
like
usually just go with all
82s,
white if I do go with anything. Those are very rare shoes. Those were my very first pair of Jordans too.
Really?
That was my first pair of shoes.
What's
You just barefoot for 26 years.
What you and Elena talk about, Mike, the first time? Was you nervous?
Did you explain it somewhat similar, or did y'all not even talk about work?
I think the conversation was more so just about like getting to know each other more, because obviously that was like our first date or whatever. So I don't think I really went into depth of like what the podcast really was. I think I told her the name, and I think she looked it up, and she seen like, oh shit, he's actually like serious. Because I think we already talked about it. Like after COVID, everybody had a podcast. So like hearing her say they were like somebody you're kind of into say that they have a podcast, and it's like it just might not be the most appealing thing, especially for someone who's getting up there in age or whatever. But like once she seen it was a real deal, I think she just kind of understood a little bit.
And some women look at having a podcast as like corny, or like their perception of a podcast isn't exactly what we do.
Yeah. I mean, podcasting in general, content creation in general on a base level is kind of corny shit. But it pay the bills.
Yeah.
I agree. Sure. If somebody told me they got a podcast, I'm going to be like, why? Because, I mean, if you this late, then it is corny because you're just doing it because everybody else is doing it. But luckily for us, we were. not doing it because we saw everybody else doing it.
Well, shit, if you got talent and you feel like you're a good entertainer on a mic,
Oh yeah.
do that shit.
You can still turn into a career for sure.
I don't know.
It is weird to see podcasts come from just podcasting though. In my mind, it starts with like normal content creation, then it branches to podcasting.
Just people just jumping right into a podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it just makes it so much tougher to grow a show if you don't have like
An audience.
an audience before.
Because why they
it's a
just
podcast.
want to hear this random person talk. And that's why a lot of it be bullshit. Because in order for people to want to hear you talk, you got to say obnoxious.
You got to make clickbaity.
Yes.
You got to make it real clickbaity.
You got to be attacking women. You got to be saying the most.
Oh my God, there's that one dude. I don't want to even give his podcast. He be blowing me, bro.
I told you at Friendsgiving.
I didn't even
literally block.
I did that yesterday.
Yeah.
I saw an unwarranted. I don't even follow. I don't like anything. His tweet was on my, and I was like, hell
On your
no.
For You.
Yeah, I
This
was
is
like,
not for
block. I was
am
like,
not
block.
the target demo.
This is not.
I don't hate people. I hate
kinda
him.
I hate him.
Me too.
I was just like, block.
I hate him too.
I'm using the block button a lot more nowadays. For just content that I don't want to see on my. Why is this on my timeline, bro?
Facts.
Why is it so much like? Elon did some shit. Why is it so much Republican shit on the feed?
It is.
Bro,
It's
I had
all-
I
that's
had
so
I had to
crazy.
block a few accounts, bro.
I don't know if I've seen anything political on my timeline until 2 years ago
Yeah,
when Elon took over.
it's always some Republican.
I'm
shit.
just not. I'm
He
just not the
pushes
target.
it.
I don't give a fuck about it, bro. I don't need to see it.
For real.
The election's over. We know who won.
Especially now. It's over.
It's over.
That's why it's really be pissing me off. Because I be like, it's over. And I be seeing so much stuff. And I'll be like, bro.
Yeah. The whole For You for Twitter was the absolute worst decision.
For
I
real.
don't really care, bro. The reason I follow people is because this is why I'm on the timeline. Like I want to see
no,
their
really.
stuff.
But then they make the following feed kind of dry.
I'm rarely on my following thing.
Yeah.
I'm low
I'm
key
really on
once
Twitter nowadays.
once I be tired of that For You, I just see a couple things. I just instantly go to the following.
I got to remember. I'm not used to switching, but I'm going to start.
Because it sometimes be cool because it's like we might not follow a certain individual, but we all seen something on a timeline or whatever last night. But again, you see too much stuff you don't really need to see, or just honestly, it's just basically like it's not even important to
We
me.
just see too much. My brain, or me personally, I'm not meant to see
I don't think
all that
humans are
depth.
meant to see that much at one time, bro.
that. But like, it be also specific stuff. Like, I see too much death.
Yes.
Like, there's so, like,
Yeah.
man, he just walked up and shot him. She ran him over. It's like, why am I watching this? Why is this in my face?
I don't even click the video. I see the title and be like, bro.
Yeah,
why is
that's
this even
what I'm like. Why is this on my timeline? But a couple of times you'll click on something and not even know that what's finna happen,
Yeah.
and then they end up seeing like, because in our time there's no way they show you.
Yeah.
You might click on something and it'll be like, oh damn, that's a sad story. But this, like, today's world is showing you. Today's world will show. Man, who got hurt? Taylor Hendricks. Did not want to see it, but I told myself, be prepared because you're going to see it without wanting to see it,
Yeah.
because you're going to force you to see it. And it's just like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, the internet would definitely force you to see some shit that you don't want to see.
And it used to be places you like if you wanted to see his stuff, you would have to go. You have to go out of your way to see it.
Yeah.
There's no. I never ever in my lifetime prepared myself to watch someone die.
Yeah.
Right.
But I've accidentally seen it happen a bunch on Twitter.
Yeah, you can't
That's
control it.
crazy, bro. I don't
And-
think we're meant to see that.
And
You
do
know
y'all
what kind of
remember
runs through my
see that
mind
shit?
There
too?
used to be a portion of time on Twitter where you had to watch it.
Yeah.
Now it plays immediately.
Yes.
Like,
It used to be like sensitive or like it had that blurred.
or even before that, videos in general, you have to click to
Yes,
watch.
yeah.
Now they made it to where you just scroll and immediately start playing.
The thing that comes through my mind or like runs through my mind every time I'm on Twitter is just like, they always be saying like, man, 10, 15 years ago, we had to work for some of these pictures that like people just be posting online. Like you scroll a couple of times, you about to probably see about 4 to 5 girls that are,
I ain't complaining about that.
You know what's funny? I've
What?
started blocking some of them girls.
you
too.
started blocking them?
Yeah, because I'm like, I've seen you too many times. I don't even follow you. I'm not even interested. Like, I'll just block because
Well, they
like I
finna-
can't get it off my feed.
I'm not mad at it, but I won't lie. It's kind of an indirect exposure to porn addiction.
Yeah.
Because you're just going on Twitter and you're just starting to get used to it.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just, you're not supposed to be used to it.
It ruins relationships. It ruins standards for men.
Yeah.
That's what they see, and that's the only thing they think it's awful.
That is why I think a
Yeah,
lot
think
of
about
shit
these-
is that way.
Twitter could be having 14-year-old, 13-year-olds.
Oh,
and
way
that is
younger.
what
Way
they're.
younger
you
than that.
can't even get away from it because like you can go on
You
a
can't get away
random
from it.
basketball post.
Yeah.
Check out my page. Check out my
That's
thing.
the crazy thing. I tweeted something like I tweeted Io miss Lonzo wanted. I was like Io Lonzo wanted the lob. Somebody, I don't know if I said a trigger word, but somebody replied like I'm just waiting for the P blank 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 replies. And I'm like, did I say a code word for? But he was
Let's
saying
find a way.
he was saying that what he was saying indicated that he thought the porn bots or whatever was gonna be under my tweet or whatever. They didn't, but I'm like, I don't even know what I said.
Well, I seen they finna have a parody account thing that I guess it's a label that you have to put like.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have to do it or they'll just take down your account or it's just like they'll find out where it says like, oh, this is not the real page. You'll just slap a parody label on it.
Yeah, but it's super crazy, and that to me is right there is the worst because there are some people that want to follow it, they want to see all that on their timeline. That's whatever. But when there's a viral tweet that has nothing to do with anybody being naked or OnlyFans or sex or anything, and I'm trying to figure out the rest of what the tweet is about, like,
Yeah,
oh,
the thread.
Drake sues.
You're going to have to scroll about 10 times to get through about 10 posts.
Here's me breaking down Drake's potential lawsuit or petition against UMG and why it is this. And you're going to look at the thread. And you want to go see what people are saying and look for any other information or anything. And this me and my OnlyFans is free for the next 2 days. And it's like, oh my goodness, bro. Oh my goodness,
that might be a deal. Hold on.
Oh my
Bro.
goodness.
I wish
No,
it was
it's
a
never
feature
a
you could
deal.
just turn this shit off, man.
They was on there talking about Sophie Rain made $47 million.
43
Yeah.
million.
43?
Yeah.
Talking about she made more than what Jason Tatum. It was like something close to Jason Tatum this
And
year.
that's the crazy part. I have no idea who that is.
I don't know.
I
She
know
somehow
who it is.
made 43 million.
It just went viral.
Oh, okay. I did see one of the GOATs came out of retirement though.
Who?
Corinna's back.
Karina.
Oh yeah, she did repost her link.
Why is she back?
I mean, I don't know. I just saw somebody said
Yes.
the Michael Jordan "I'm back" newspaper.
okay.
They quoted her tweet said that.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, that's a lot of money to make in 1 year. 43 million.
I saw
43
somebody
million.
quoted
God
and say
damn.
this cap. I think it was Adam 22. It was like, this is cap.
Oh, like she
I don't know.
inspected the.
I don't know. But, if it's anybody that know,
He would probably
Adam
know.
22 would know.
I think he know about that business.
Yeah, that's something he's into. So I mean, I don't know.
I can imagine just being able to just make an account somewhere and make that much money.
Well, she's the top 0.0.01%. I mean,
yeah.
majority of people that are making the accounts to post the content aren't making any money.
Yeah.
Again, I've said this before. I'm intrigued with the people who make significant money, even if it ain't 0.001%, but they keep their clothes on. To me, that is the lick.
Yeah.
Where you just get in a bikini, put oil on, and say, hey, and can make $20,000 a month.
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like content creation, right? A lot of people create videos. Not many people make money from it. Not many people turn it into the full timer.
But even if it is cap, what she just did was because now you know who Sophie Rain is,
Yeah, I know the name.
and it's
I'm
always
not really interested.
that's
to
the other
see.
thing about the OnlyFans lane. I hate the fucking names, Sophie Rain and
The WWE wrestlers.
that's exactly what
And
it sound
Weatherman.
like. Except Corinna, I guess that's
just her real
a
name.
real name. Yeah.
But that's because she already grew an audience as
True,
who she
true.
is. But yeah.
The WWE star actually recently got fired for making one.
For real?
Ooh.
I forgot.
It ain't our homie, Sky.
No.
Oh, okay, word.
No, she was
She
actually
cool,
in the WWE. You're not allowed to have that because it's
Oh, not
PG.
at all.
Bro, speaking of that,
That makes sense. to
I'm
me.
in a tweet looking at something, and they starting with the. Guess who was? Y'all probably don't know. Sauce Walker. You know who Sauce Walker is?
No.
He is on OnlyFans,
What?
and he is promoting his stuff on Twitter too.
Oh yeah.
Nope.
I
Never
have
heard
no
of him.
idea.
Sauce Walker, he raw as hell. He can rap.
Wait, what? Oh, he's a rapper.
He's an
But
artist.
he does
Oh.
OnlyFans.
Oh, okay.
And I was like-
Sauce Walker, I immediately thought music, but then I was like, there's a cornerback in the league named Sauce Gardner, so I guess he
Oh,
can have
true,
any profession, honestly.
His Walker ain't Kesler Walker. It's Walker.
Yeah.
Walker. Okay.
Walk with an A.
Oh.
Sauce Walker.
Don't Tiger? Ain't Tiger in the business too?
Tiger
Yeah.
one of the first people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tiger pissed me off too. Saw somebody he could collab with. Bad than a motherfucker. That's why we need to drop this album. No, I'm just joking. Before we leave, what is that?
Mike being Mike.
What are those? What
I
are
got
those
these
socks?
at I think I got these at TJ Maxx. Some Michael Kors. Definitely Michael Kors. That's not Michael
So
Kors
they don't
sock.
match? Because the other sock looks like a totally
No, it's the
different.
same sock.
Oh, they're
okay.
the same sock.
Okay.
They don't go all the way up.
Yeah,
But you see how that got like a fake pattern or design?
Bro, those
on
are
it?
not the same socks.
they are the same
Look
sock.
at
No,
Mike,
they're not.
they're not the same sock.
They're not
Are
the
they?
same sock, Mike.
The pattern's a little different.
A little different.
Bro, you
No.
couldn't even tell.
Oh, I can tell. That's why
No,
I just
yeah.
asked.
That's because y'all looking at them real close.
No, those are definitely different socks.
Okay.
That was more
So I
like
got on different socks. So what? You see, that's why people can't never live.
and you wore the if you were wearing pants that don't expose the socks, you could have got away with it definitely. But
All right, man. It was Saturday. I was feeling like, let me throw on some sweats.
dang.
Same.
put
I
pants
definitely I went to bed at like 2 last night. I was
on. Doing
definitely-
what?
Nothing.
No. On that
You
couch.
know what he was doing.
Ah. We was looking at that Corona.
Trying to see if Sophie Rain was about that 40.
He said Sophie Rain.
See what
Rip
this
on
about.
me. I don't need no umbrella for that rain. You crazy, boy.
Like that glue.
If y'all enjoyed this episode, be sure to leave it a like, subscribe. Let us know what you're thankful for, whether it be in your real life or your NBA life. We'll be back again with another episode in a few days. We love
Sophie
y'all.
Rain, he got a bachelor party coming soon. Let us know.
Peace.